Greetings, traveler. You've just crash landed on the Mikey and I podcast. But fear not, for this is no mistake, no glitch in the matrix, no fault in the stars. No. I'm afraid this has all been planned, predestined, predetermined by powers known not to us. But fear not, for you're among friends, so pull up a chair and join us as we find our way together. Hello, travelers.
Hello, fellow travelers sitting next to me and across from me.
Yep. And on the screen, we have a traveler on the screen, a screen traveler.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's a true statement.
My boy Jeff. And see, that's the thing we love about Jeff. He's out there just front porch kicking tonight.
Yeah, he
that's
he goes door to door promoting our podcast.
That's what I picture.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he
my
does.
house.
That's what I picture it being in Louisiana. Everybody out there just front porch kicking.
No, but he's out there spreading the gospel.
He is. He is spreading.
We got him we pitched in and got him a bicycle. And
I need a T-shirt, guys.
A short sleeve shirt.
We all do.
Short sleeve white dress shirt.
You're right. I got it. Enough said. By next week, I'll have a T-shirt.
This could be a blank T-shirt with the Sharpie written. This is
By
Mikey
next
and me
week,
in a smiley face.
I'll have a T-shirt.
It'll be that.
You like what I did there? Did you
I love
notice?
it. No, I did. I did see that. I like
It
it.
could
I
be an
like
eternal
Last week.
reminder
An
of
eternal
what we haven't
reminder.
accomplished.
Okay, that's. Oh, I see. No, that's great. No,
Actually,
you're right.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a good.
No, it's a good motive.
It's a tool.
It is.
It's called
It
a
is.
tool.
But either way, so I guess we'll go ahead and let's just jump into the movie segment here. Everybody says that jump in, but we don't jump anywhere. There's zero movement done. Dive in, you could say, I guess. Let's open up the browser and let's start. Let's start to.
Everyone's a delver these
Let's
days.
just talk about what movies we think we're
delving going
But hey,
on?
we're almost done.
5 episodes away having to come up with something new to talk about.
Yeah,
consistently.
guys, and so which means 5 episodes away from we might just not even
go
be
backwards
doing this
from
later.
99.
I mean,
No, well, so
wait,
that's
no,
exciting
Earth of a
news. We'll have
Nation.
something new.
Yep.
It'll be something different. We're coming up on that.
yeah,
but,
we've been getting together, spending a lot of time trying to figure it out, haven't we?
Yeah, we really
a lot
have.
of brainstorming sessions.
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of
there
late
is. Into the
nights,
night.
a lot of pencils, and running out of pencils.
Me with
Because
school
my
supplies.
stance on erasers. I won't have them.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I won't have 'em.
He doesn't. He's really against
It's
the
just like, why don't you
erasers.
use a pen then? Because I don't have them either.
I own
Yeah.
a printer and I fucking hate computers.
Yep.
All kinds.
But-
I feel like ink is. It's kind
Superior.
of more representative of modern times, and so. if I
Matt, you
see
feel
some-
like a typewriter kind of guy. No offense.
dude. I get why you'd say that, but I'm definitely not.
He was one of the biggest.
I can
opponents
appreciate that,
of
though.
The printing press.
Like, dude, what do I
honestly.
also seem like a person who has vinyl?
That's an insult.
No, I'm just curious. I feel like the same person who has a typewriter probably has vinyl records.
I have vinyl
100%.
records.
Well, I'm
You have
not
a
saying that
typewriter?
means you have to have a typewriter, but I just feel
But
like
love
having
to
a
have a
typewriter
typewriter
is
is
larger.
100%.
It's more specific.
It's more indicative of.
Yeah, it's
having-
more
I fuck
specific.
around with a typewriter, dude.
You got one?
I need one.
You typewriter?
Okay,
Oh,
he's
dude,
talking in dreams.
Jeff, I might
He's
I might
talking
have an
about
extra
what-
typewriter.
We got a couple typewriters.
And I'll-
Bro, send
and
me
I'll
the
send you that
typewriter,
with the radio.
AM radio.
The radio.
It's an educated wish, guys.
Okay, so all right, enough dicking. What is it about? Dicking about, fucking about.
Fucking
what do they say?
about.
Enough fucking about. That's what they say across the pond.
2019.
2019. We're gonna let Jeff go
Yeah, 'cause
first.
Jeff was
What?
way more excited about this year. Than
Do you
we
not want to
were.
go first, Jeff? No, you don't have to.
Oh yeah, actually,
You don't
he's
have
like,
to. I mean,
guys,
you don't have to.
I'm in the
I
middle
think
of.
Mikey should go first.
I'll go first, dude. My movies
This
are
is
the
the Mikey and
dopest.
Me podcast.
Yeah, so
That's
I'll go
true.
first. So yeah, because I mean, and I'm pretty much gonna knock out the best movies. So this way,
Exactly.
Is interesting though, but their name
This way the
implies
people
that
that are
I'm
listening-
the one saying it.
yeah,
Mikey and me. So
Yeah.
that I'm own. Perhaps I'm the owner.
Oh,
main character.
So
Damn,
okay,
dude.
I already see that we're gonna be.
But
in
the
court.
thing is, I'm
Shit,
not
guys,
like
we're
that.
gonna be in
The
court.
thing is, I'm not like that.
we're gonna be in
That's
court.
why I
We're
put
gonna
you
be-
first.
Dang, he did.
We just had to get the pecking
That's
order
why I
out
didn't
of the
even
way
want my name
before
on
we
it.
got over these movies.
And the thing is, it
Matt
was
just
just
didn't
a
want-
temporary
Matt just wanted
folder where I
anonymity.
stored files, and we never came up with a name.
That's literally it. I was like, why don't we just do that? And you're like, yeah, why
that
not?
takes care of it.
So yeah, let me go ahead here, get adjusted, and yeah, this will be great. I'll go first, and then that way people can pretty much just like check out and go do something else because I'm giving
Yep,
the best
because
picks.
This is live.
Fuck it. We'll do it
No,
live.
I'm not saying that it's live. I just mean.
Oh no,
that-
Mike, you don't have to reply to that.
We'll write it.
You're
and
funny,
we'll
dude.
Do it
That's
live.
that's one thing I'm learning.
Matt's
and
a funny
people
dude.
might not be as used to is you don't have to necessarily reply to everything. People expect to reply, but depending on what they say, you don't have to reply. And silence is the best answer often.
Yeah.
They look at you and you're like, you have to. Like I tell my wife all the time, you just have to trust me that this is the right way.
Just wait.
I'm being serious though.
That's
It'd be like-
or the beatings will continue until morale improves
Okay. I'm the one getting beat.
emotionally.
I bet.
Okay.
I'm the one being beat.
Matthew
If
is wearing foundation
No, I'm sorry.
right now.
If anyone were being beaten,
Oh yeah, Stephanie's
that's
definitely
not
beating
that's
Matt.
not
Matthew's
that's
doing
not
it.
happening.
Matthew's
Stephanie's
doing
beating
Matthew's
Matt.
doing the hand signal. He's like,
It's not happening.
Yeah, he's.
Stephanie's hurting me.
All right, so we're just gonna start moving along here, and
laughs.
we're gonna go with the most popular one for 2019, Joker, which is it's the isolated story of the Joker from Batman. If you don't know, which I mean everybody knows.
Yep. Oh. Yep.
Another one I'll go ahead and put out there is It Chapter 2. That's
Yeah.
You know.
That came out. I like the first one a lot more, but I understand they needed
I
to
like-
finish the
yeah.
story. But I think they could have done a better job of
I
how
absolutely-
how they presented it.
I just say that it's almost one of those things where it's like you got to finish it out, so you got to see
Yeah.
it. That's the way I
Or is
think.
that
but rather
just-
than not just watching it.
Or does that just remind people that it wasn't that cool of a story to begin with?
I think it was a pretty cool story, but it
It was.
the-
I mean,
the
if you like
direction
Stephen
they took
King, I
it,
guess.
it
Which I
was-
liked. I liked the Dark. I read all the Dark Tower. It's
I could barely
fun.
hear Jeff. I think he was trying to say something.
I don't know that he was.
John Wick
Were
3.
you not?
John Wick 3.
Yeah, John Wick 3.
Yeah, that
That was,
is very important.
was that the one that had that was the one with Halle Berry, right? She was
Jada
in the
Pinkett
third one?
Smith.
Or
Keith,
Jada-
I shouldn't have said her name.
Oh, JPS. Shit. Now
Oh.
you're gonna get slapped.
Lock the doors.
No, fuck. I
Your
wish you
agents are on his behalf. You come over here and slap me.
would. Yeah.
Knives
yeah.
Out.
Yep.
Knives Out was a good one.
Oh, that was a good one. I
Uh-oh.
like
I,
that.
I enjoy.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Jeff, just turn your phone down a little bit because it's getting a little feedback. That's all you gotta do. I think we're good. But as long as you can still hear us, right?
You hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Perfect. Yeah, you sound great. I don't know if everybody ever told you that, but you sound great, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Um,
But you look better.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't think.
Wow.
It
yeah,
was
he
possible.
does. Yeah.
I'm
He's
getting
blushing right now. For those of y'all who can't see, Jeff's blushing, dude.
I
You're
know it's
hitting-
hidden all underneath all that. What is it?
Miami
Makeup.
Dolphins
Um,
swag.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That
I know.
was.
Come on.
Oh,
Like the
that's
movies,
such a
like
good-
it was a great year for movies, and I think as far as mainstream movies that were really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I would say,
It's a good movie. You should see it if
Yeah.
you haven't, because Caleb, and I don't think Caleb saw it for the longest time, and it's one of those where it's like you really
your
should
brother
see
or
it.
my nephew?
My brother.
Okay. Oh.
Um,
Keep going.
and then Midsummer. What'd you say, Jeff?
Damn, Mike, you're taking a lot of my picks.
I
I'm
wanna watch
sorry.
the
I'm
trailer
sorry
to that
about this.
because
See,
I
that's
haven't
what I said.
I haven't seen it.
That's
but
what I
I
said,
know
man.
all about it.
Jeff's
and I
just
don't-
like,
of,
damn, I'm gonna have to
Shakespeare.
get. He got any
Yeah,
more? Got any
it's
picks?
based on Midsummer Night's Dream.
I think he got any picks.
It's a very interesting take on
I
it.
told you that I want to go to that festival
Oh yeah,
in Sweden.
yeah. Nicholas Winding Refn, right?
Yeah, and then I got the opportunity and I decided to do it.
You going? I just wish you would have told me. That's all.
Dude, she needs a therapist. You've been wanting out of this stupid relationship for like a year now.
And don't forget about all of the beautiful Swedish women we meet in June.
Okay, guys. That's not her again. Seriously?
Babe, what's happening? Danny.
I was so very sorry to hear about what happened.
I'm sorry.
I invited Danny to come to Sweden.
You know what she's been going through.
Christian says you've got this.
The fact that he did Hereditary and this, Ari Aster.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Hereditary and then this.
Yeah.
And then Bo is afraid.
Man, they really set you up here, don't they? They really
Oh, dude.
Welcome and happy
like it. I mean, it gets bad.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, but I've read enough.
You haven't seen this?
That's why I know I don't want to watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
I know I need
Oh,
to.
you should watch it.
I know I need to.
Man, it's daylight the whole time.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
Just over 3.5 years?
4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think? It's like another world.
It's like the Wicker Man.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Is it scary?
Well, it
It
depends.
has special properties. What am I going through?
We just need to acclimate.
I don't want to acclimate. I want to go.
Absolutely not.
I need to watch it again, to be honest.
Yeah. Crane watched it the other night. Me and Jeff were both
Yeah, he said he
immediately
likes
like,
it.
"What'd you think?"
Yeah, what'd you think? Sorry about that, by the way.
We only do this every 90 years. I was most excited.
I don't think it ends well for them.
No. That yeah, no, that's what it might appear as.
I don't remember airplanes in Shakespeare.
Like I
So
said,
I believe
it's a
that was
very
number.
unique take on Midsummer Night's Dream.
That was number 6, I think.
Oh, so you did numerical ranking all the way through? Or are you just counting?
Well, I mean, technically,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
that is. No, I don't know if I would say numerical
Yeah,
just because I
said
like the Joker
I
more.
was just yeah,
no, I agree, but I
No.
see what you're saying. But no, that was just making sure I'm staying
Yeah,
on,
you're
not
just keeping
going over.
count. Yeah, because
The next one would be you could show a
you're
trailer
cavalier
for this
with
one.
your movie count last
The
time.
Art of Self-Defense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesse,
Oh,
what's his
dude,
name?
I love
Eisenberg?
You've seen this, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's like you listen to metal now.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Me and Chris, I watched this one night. Chris is like, what is this? Like, he really, like, we both fucking dug it.
Ask me a question.
Putting the finger through the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Do some grocery shopping and rent a film to watch in the comfort of my home.
No, I love Jesse Eisenberg, man. He's like super underrated.
Did that answer your question?
It's like make that gorilla face.
I want you to tell me why you're here.
I'm afraid.
The dachshund.
Yep.
I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of other men. I want to be what intimidates me.
You came to the right place.
I'm taking my first class today.
Your new white belt?
Is that the first belt color?
White is before color. You
Imogene
haven't earned color
Poots.
yet.
Yeah, she's
Have you seen
awesome
this,
in
Matt?
it. I like her a
Yeah.
lot.
Fists and punch with your feet.
That makes perfect sense.
Good.
Giancarlo
It's a mental
Esposito.
component as well. Everything should be as masculine as possible.
You may want to start on those reports. That pilot's getting awfully high.
I'm not petting you anymore. This is for your own good.
What's your favorite style of music?
Adult contemporary.
No. Should be metal. You're a blade and I'm sharpening you. I see a little of myself in you.
Is that you, Sensei? Why are you filming this?
This isn't a safe place, Casey.
Yeah. Very long time. Yeah. Probably since it came out.
I know you're confused about what's happening. You have to trust me.
I should have never started taking karate. You can't be weak anymore.
I'm interested in buying a gun. I need something that can fit into my hand.
Sounds like you're after a handgun.
I challenge you to a fight to the death in unarmed combat.
It also makes me want to watch Foot Fist Way.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yes.
I love
I heard
Foot
somebody
Fist.
talking about that the other day, and
There'll be a
somebody was
$15
like,
charge to replace a lost belt.
I can't remember who the fuck it was, but they hadn't seen it. Had no idea what like they were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now.
And you
so
go
that
back.
was-
It's been a while since I watched
So that was number
either of
6, I
those.
believe. Was that 6 or 7?
I think that was 7.
That would be 7
7,
based
7,
on your
okay,
last
7.
comment of 6.
Yep.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 10,
Ooh,
and
100.
9.
Bam.
All right. Number 8. I mean, I got to put it up there. Me and Chris were even talking about it, and I feel like it's one you should see just because of who it is that directed, but The Irishman. The Irishman.
Sorry, guys, you have to cut the podcast short tonight. And we might not be back next week.
Matt, you don't think you see
Martin Scorsese.
I think it was a waste of time.
It was a long ass movie.
But that I just don't. I feel like him sticking and
It was
doing that
good.
genre, like it's fine, it's comfortable space, but it was just a waste of time to me. Like I
Yeah.
feel like if I'd like to see him die doing something still like cool and different and original, but to lean back into some
Should've cut it
mob
off right
stuff,
when you were like,
I just
would
wasn't
like to see
interested at
him
all.
die.
yeah,
doing
it
some-
was again. It's
Some
one of those that I feel
flashback
like.
scenes were kind of, you know.
It's
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's not a bad movie.
No,
I'm just
but it's one
got
that it was
zero
like-
interest in.
when
It's
it's-
nothing doing anything. Not
I feel
doing
like it's
anything
one
well
you should.
enough.
Again, you should see it. Though.
I'm talking. I'm just
I feel
talking
like
ass
personally
because
you
that's
should
my
see it.
position.
Yeah.
Didn't that get
I don't
released,
disagree.
Like, right around the time of like.
Oh, this is 2019.
Because it
It's
really.
2019,
everybody was
so-
like locked down in their house.
Yeah,
and
but
so
it was also,
like-
I think it was a Netflix release,
It was
wasn't
a
it?
Netflix,
So it was
yeah.
like a big,
Netflix
But I'm saying
Christmas
that was like
release.
came right around the time. That they
and
first
even
started,
in
like,
spite of that,
It
I don't
drug
think
on.
it did that well.
No, it really. It did not. It was 3 hours and 29 minutes.
Which,
This was Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro.
Yep.
yeah,
Joe
it's great if you want to see them. You know, he's just he's a quote unquote Irishman.
Number 9, Uncut Gems.
Yep, the Safdie brothers.
Uncut
Talk
Gems.
about. I'll talk about it more when it's possibly my turn.
Okay.
Kevin Garnett.
Yes.
Anything is
The Rock.
possible.
And for the last one,
Let's
you
give
show
me
a
a
trailer for it, In the Tall Grass.
In the tall grass.
In the tall trees.
I thought this was a good one.
I
This
don't
is-
think I've
Jeff,
seen
have you
this.
seen this one?
I don't know if I have.
No, it's old. It's my guy.
Yak.
It's based on like a Stephen King book, I believe. I think.
Did you hear
I hope not, because the odds then greatly increase that it's not that good.
Someone out there?
Because his adaptations are that's just the history of his adaptations.
Yeah.
I like Storm of the Century. Yep.
Jonah Hill.
Jody Hill.
Joe Hill.
Oh, you think
Someone
you're
knows
fucking
how to
better
read.
than us?
Someone knows how to read.
Wow. You know this is our podcast, right?
Something's not right
My
about
name's
this. I
not
think we
on
should
it.
head back to the
Was that Joe, guys? I'm losing my mind. Jonah.
Travis?
Joe. Who are you? What's going on? Joe Hill?
I came looking for you. What?
How did you get here before us?
I don't know.
My boy, he's lost in here too.
This is nuts.
It's only a field.
He went the other way.
I'm never gonna find her.
You can find things, but it's easier once they're dead.
How long have we been here?
Yeah, I've never seen this.
I'm not sure.
That sounded like me.
I don't think I even knew this
Doesn't make any
existed.
sense.
What if this technology existed?
You think this is just chance? We're all here for a reason.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Smoking grass.
Identity.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too, man.
Not to be mistaken with frailty.
Or fragility.
Or virility.
Or semen.
Cool, Mikey.
You know
I'll
the
have to
worst
watch
thing
that
you
if I
can do
remember.
in a cornfield? Run backwards.
Did you ever watch Super Dark Times?
Ooh.
No, but I did watch.
Because you said you were going to watch
I know.
it that
I'm
night.
still going.
That night, I know, but I listened
No,
to the podcast again
I don't,
the other day.
I
and
think
you
I said there's a high probability.
No,
Did
no,
I say I
you,
would?
no. You said I'm watching this tonight.
I said that.
No, you.
Those
I'll
words.
play
I
it.
remember
No.
saying. No, I remember saying I've
You
watched it.
said,
But I said that.
I'm watching this tonight.
I'm doing it.
I know. I'm watching this tonight.
So now you understand. To to be
Yeah.
true to myself, I have to invent the time machine that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm missing that one part.
Liar.
I'm missing
Okay,
the
yeah,
one
but so
part.
that's it.
Jeff-
so there,
Jeff
Jeff
left.
left because he's like, man, Mikey
Jeff
took all my
Leppard.
picks.
Jeff Leppard.
Jeff Leppard. All right.
All right,
Great job.
Thank you. I really no. I
passing
can really
the- who you
tell the
passing the rock
sincerity.
to?
I'm gonna pass it off. I'll pass it off to Jeff.
It felt like you're worried about there's no wrong choice.
I'll pass it off to
I
Jeff.
mean, honestly, you took most of my picks.
No, dude, this is a year where I think most of our picks are going to be shared, which is, it does speak good for the year, but I feel like outside of these, I struggled to find much, which is it's an interesting dynamic.
I'll go through it as my top 10, but
Let's
yeah.
hear it.
Like I said, if we get all three, then that's an official
That's
recommendation.
an official triple. That's a five
I've
slice
got
recommendation.
2 you can bring up as well. Like, so let's go. Number 10, Jojo Rabbit, Taika Waititi, the little boy who has the Hitler imaginary friend.
Oh, you love.
Yeah, we
Taika
talked about
Waititi.
this last time, I think.
I do love
that
Taika
guy.
Waititi. I'm a huge Taika guy.
Maybe that was in the party we talked about.
Isn't it the song he has, Taka
Does he-
Wahidi, come on,
Do you
Wahidi.
like him better
Is
than
that the
Darren
Beach Boys?
Aronofsky?
No, Taka.
I just like saying
Wahidi,
that name.
Come on, let's watch TV. Isn't that him?
I know you're making a joke, but I'm just trying to
All
figure
right,
out which
dude.
joke what you're making fun of.
All of it.
Okay.
What's your number 8 pick? Number 10,
Number
9.
nine,
Number 9.
is
We always
Avengers
do.
Endgame.
Yes.
Oh,
it
that's
must be.
that was
Yeah.
that was a good
The,
one.
the culmination of the entire first arc.
Yeah, the Infinity Saga of sorts.
Yeah. Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Okay.
That was a good
That's
one.
actually
That was
it
good.
was about some cars.
That was a good
Christian
one.
Bale. I'm a
Carroll
huge
Shelby.
Christian Bale guy. Before that, we have a Guy Ritchie film, The Gentleman.
That was a
That they made the whole series
Good
I
one.
love that one.
Yeah,
scene
the
in
series is good too. I like the series.
Dude, I was
I
very
haven't
impressed
watched
with
any
the
of the
series.
series yet.
Like,
No,
I-
the series is worth watching
The
for
scene in
sure.
the sandwich shop.
I think
though,
it really
is like-
suffers
that's
from
one of
Netflix
my
dropping
favorites.
everything at once because people didn't have a week to talk about it and
Yeah.
share. Like it was really, really good.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that one.
All
I
right,
love
so
the
number
scene.
5, you can bring this one up. This is a really good one.
All right.
Dolomite is My Name with Eddie Murphy.
Oh man.
Didn't we watch this, Mikey?
No,
I
we
feel like,
watched.
or-
I don't think we
Oh,
watched.
dude,
no,
you should
no,
definitely
no.
watch it. It's hilarious.
Clone Tyrone.
He's playing a real life person.
Yeah.
and I love him. Put your hands together.
Dolomite is my name. Hey, you know, Auntie, I was thinking about putting out a comedy record.
Comedy?
You been a
singer, a shake dancer?
It's real hard to break in. I do whatever it takes to get in. I come up with a new character. Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
What'd you do to your hair? You look like a pimp.
It's all pretend. I just created a character.
You a trip.
Pull on that.
Oh, that's a weed.
That's right.
It was one of those where like the cast was like everybody in it was so good.
It's filthy. You've got a
Eat out
product here
more
that you
often.
can't sell
Dude, it was
or
funny,
promote.
man.
All my life, people been telling me no. Rudy,
Sometimes our dreams just don't come true.
a man slammed a door in my
You
face.
see me at the 2024 Paris Olympics.
I want the world to know I exist.
You've been right. This ain't funny. And it ain't no brothers in it either.
If I get up in that light with my own movie, I could be everywhere all at once. Let's bring Dolomite to the screen.
The actors we hire, you're a bit doughier than them.
Doughier?
T.I.
Hey, that's Durga Martin.
I'm offering you a role in my new motion picture.
You think you could just walk up here and hire me?
No. What if we let you direct?
In storytelling, it's always best to write what you know.
Ain't nothing to talk about in my personal life. I deal with the nightlife, club owners and mobsters and lots of pimps and kung fu.
Do you know karate?
No, but I'm a fast learner. I can learn how to chop me a motherfucker.
Action.
It's it. Yeah.
Dolomite, give it to me.
When somebody is of mixed races. It's interesting the ways that they can really lean into one or the other depending on the role.
Talking about Eddie Murphy.
Yep. That's cool. It's just observation. It's fun. It's cool. It's funny. It's interesting to see.
Up there on that big screen.
God damn.
Oh, you talking about? That's a good one. Good one, Jeff.
Yeah, very funny.
That is a good one.
Hey, Pug. Hey.
All right, number 4 was Joker. Yeah, I mean,
what?
Joker.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a huge Joaquin Phoenix guy, so yeah, this one definitely for me. Number 3, you can bring this one up. This is Parasite.
Oh, that was. I think he stole one of Matthew's.
I told
But
Chris
a lot-
earlier I
a
thought
lot of
this
these
would
can
be
be
one of Matt's.
Yeah, this was the top 3. I love this movie.
Now, it won Best Picture, and I think it was well deserved.
Yeah, it's like the pacing of it, like.
Bong Joon-ho, the director, he did the Snowpiercer movie in like 2012. He did the
Yeah, I love
the host,
Snowpiercer.
One with the
the
train,
host,
right?
which was phenomenal. Yeah,
The host is
it's like
was good.
classic.
I guess I have to watch this. Is this new? What's happening? I told you, man. They're on to me.
You've never seen Parasite?
No, I've never seen Parasite.
책 봐봐.
나도 봐. 공짜로 집안의 소득도 하고.
Mikey, have you seen this?
I don't know that I have.
Bro.
Dude,
I really
it
don't
was
know
like
that I
the
have.
foreign film, like the first foreign film to win Best Picture.
I just saw it scrolling and I was like, this is going to be one of Matt's picks.
Dude, it's
Yeah, it does
in
not
cinema. I feel
disappoint.
like it's significantly important.
Boo Jong Ho.
I'll watch it tonight.
Don't
You
don't
should.
make that
You really
promise.
should,
I'll watch
like,
it tonight.
Don't do it to yourself. You know, God says be yes, be yes, and no's be no. I'm not
made that
likening
mistake
myself
last
up.
week.
I'm just. It's easy. It's easy to slip
Fuck
up.
this up.
This movie's phenomenal.
It's very dark though, yeah, Mikey.
Well, the director, he's doing commentary on social structures and systems. It's like Snowpiercer. That was like the same thing. It's like
Yeah.
commentary on society and social cultural differences in demographics and quality of life.
하나로 하고 떠올랐는데.
아 잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 이사촌.
What the fuck?
Yep, that's the best way to put
It
it.
is a masterpiece.
You think it's one thing and it turns into something else, like completely.
I'm deadly serious.
She's what?
She's deadly serious.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
I thought she said Jet Li.
A very serious. Oh, so there's Matthew.
Yeah, but I feel like for it to be win Best Picture or be up there, didn't it win? If it wasn't, it was nominated. No, I'm pretty sure it won because
You know, it won for sure.
It did that to be that great because it seems like okay, it looks good, but I don't know. It's
It
like one
delivers.
that- Yeah,
No,
it
it
really
delivers.
does. So Mikey,
So that was
too,
my number 3.
better watch it tonight.
My number 2, like Mikey said, Uncut Gems. Like Matt was one to talk on the Safdie brothers, who I love. Their newest thing with Nathan Fielder. And then number 1, which I honestly, dude, this is like the most underrated Quentin Tarantino film. Like this is like, I feel like this is a culmination of all of his film. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Tarantino film. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You think it's underrated?
Yeah, I'm surprised to
my
hear
number
that.
1.
I feel like it's
I
well
loved it.
respected and regarded. Like I haven't heard people talk bad about it personally.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody.
I see what he means by underrated, though. He just means that it's like everybody
doesn't get
talks about
mentioned
all of
like
his
Pulp
other
Fiction.
stuff, like Kill Bill, and they talk about all that, but not as much as.
I don't know,
I know it
man.
hasn't been out that
Like,
long. I see what he means.
This is like his love letter to like the movies he grew up with
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
definitely. And just
like
how
I
a
listen to
movie
interviews
star
of him
becomes a
talk
TV
about
star.
it. It has like a special place in his heart. I don't know. It's super funny too. Like I love Leo and Brad Pitt. Like their on-screen chemistry is
I've
like,
seen it probably more
amazing.
than I've seen
Oh yeah, I actually
Tarantino
saw it in
movies.
theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
the shots he gets. Sorry, Jeff. The shots, the cinematography, all of it's amazing. The cars, the wardrobe, yeah, the soundtrack.
Fucking Kurt Russell.
Yeah, remember there's a whole beef about whenever the way this was portrayed, like briefly on Twitter, like
do you
him
mean?
like the way Bruce Lee was portrayed,
Bruce Lee,
like the
yeah.
family kind of being
dude,
offended by
Oh.
saying that
Just
he
for
wasn't
the
portrayed that
record,
way.
nobody
Like,
beat
they didn't like the
Bruce's
way
ass.
he was being portrayed.
Quentin Tarantino doubled down on that and said he was. People forget that like he was an actor too, and actors are fucking assholes.
Right?
Yup.
But yeah, just the Inglorious Bastards of it all too, where they rewrite their own.
I
history,
literally
you know?
felt I left it thinking it's like a fairy tale, like Once Upon a Time, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a revisionist history fairy tale that, like you say, it's a love letter. No,
Then the Manson family undertone.
Yeah, his shirt in this is dope. Or his shoes. He's got the moccasins.
Yeah, this is vintage Brad Pitt. Like he was so awesome.
Yeah, no, he killed it. And he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
When he smoked the acid cigarette's
Oh,
the best scene.
man,
Yeah.
He was like, "Wait, are you real?"
And I love too, even whenever he first got the acid cigarette, he was like, "I'm gonna smoke it here, man, and walk through the hills. I don't want to trip at my place," because he lived in a trailer.
Fucking dog. Don't you forget it.
He's like, "Put your sunglasses on."
I just love the one-dimensional just character who just is like, all right, whatever, no
Yeah.
bullshit,
Yeah.
and just being like good looking, just like the
But too, at
coolest
the end of the
older
day,
guy
it's
who's
like,
just
you don't-
like. It kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. What's funny about it is that sometimes it's like it's just cool
dress up
to
like
show that how he didn't, like you said, he's a one-dimensional character, but it's almost like he didn't need to be more than that.
No,
And
he was
how
written
much
that
you
way.
Accomplished and
He
how
was
much he
written- it's
accomplished
great.
with it.
Yeah.
Like rather than going deeper, it's like I feel like it's better than doing it the other way.
No, it's great. I mean, it's just like the it was perfection.
No, yeah, because I never thought of it like that. But that's good.
But that's
insight.
the way his
no,
his
yeah, he
character
is.
was.
He really
you know?
was very just.
But
like,
you know people like that.
Yeah, yeah. Ray is a simple man with simple thoughts.
But he's a badass, and they've been in very interesting situations. Aaron Young is a weird reminds me of like he'll find himself in the craziest scenarios, but he just kind of like didn't even think about it.
No, he just treats it like whatever. Yeah, now I'm doing this
Yeah,
now.
He's like
it's
he
like
casually experiences some of the craziest
Yeah.
things, and he's just like,
it's like, wait, weren't you just getting shot at? Like,
He's like,
yeah,
oh, yeah,
no,
yeah, man, that was
like-
crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a couple years
Yeah.
back though. Yeah, no. So I've been
Like,
been
yeah, it was
doing something
wild.
different now. I've been growing some plants, and you're like, he's
special
like,
needs children
yeah,
at the local
he's like, I'm learning
school.
how to grow cabbage and stuff, and potatoes.
I love him.
I love him too.
It's
like,
a
take some
trait.
mint
No,
while
but
you're
it's
back
great
there.
though. Just to shows like the disconnect on how you just do things and you go on to something else. You do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
You know,
I get him.
He's a creative person.
A yak of
Which
all
is another
trades.
interesting dynamic. We do need to get him on here.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even make sense almost.
No.
But I love him for it. That's
All right,
how
what's your next movie
that's how I
after
connect with him.
after
That was
Once
all
Upon a
of them.
Time in Hollywood? That wasn't
I
all
think
of them.
that-
Was that all?
it, man?
That was it.
That's
number
Matt's
one.
turn.
That was
Oh,
number
shit.
one.
I
My-
listened
I'm
to what
sorry,
you say,
guys.
Jeff.
Goodness. So yeah,
It's all
we have
right. Thank you, Chris.
No problem. Shout out, Jeff.
a lot of crossover.
No, that's great. I'm glad y'all can bond over my and Jeff's demise of our friendship. I'm glad
Yeah.
y'all can bond over this.
Well, there's really no need to build up to my number one, which is Parasite.
Oh,
Oh,
don't-
Jeff.
But I
fuck
do.
it
I,
up.
don't worry, guys.
Wow,
I got
Jeff.
at least a couple weird ones in here for you.
And I really love Uncut Gems too. Like Adam Sandler got
that
robbed.
was a really good movie.
Yeah,
That-
no,
that
it's-
movie,
I think-
like, that
All the
was one that
awards.
made me
I think it
uncomfortable.
is the most uncomfortable movie I've
No,
ever
it
seen.
is. It's so
I
uncomfortable.
do not.
It's
You're
funny
tense
that that's
and
what you
anxious.
said.
No,
Think
but
about
that's
it.
what they do. Did y'all ever
Yeah.
see Good Time, the Robert Pattinson movie he did before this?
I think I don't know if
No, I never got around to that one.
You should check it out. It's another. So they have so far they haven't done, but they have a style that's not comfortable, but it's cool. It's just cool to see that them pull it off the way that they do, and it'd be
where you're like,
compelling.
dude, what the
But watch
fuck
Good
are
Time.
you doing?
It's
doing?
not.
Just
They come out
go.
this year, or so pop on there. But here's a weird one for you: Deerskin. Anybody else see Deerskin?
We need to play
haven't seen
Uncut
this.
Gems.
Yeah, I feel like since it was in everybody's list, it's got.
Yeah, we'll play it. But I should just do that now real quick.
Yeah, do the where we go skinning deers. And
Before we go looking at
Before I
Nicholas
look at,
Winding
we show you
Refn.
a weird, a very
You know
weird
what you
movie.
never want to do when you're skinning a deer?
You don't want to cut the ball sack.
You don't. 'Cause that's what you need to identify.
You want to move the testicles all the way.
A24.
I just want some glasses like him.
Yeah, I know.
They don't
We
miss.
can't.
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
that's all
We're
we have to
just
say.
sponsoring
That's all we'll
A24.
say is they don't miss.
A24.
We sponsor them.
They just don't miss.
I know, but the more if we keep saying it, I'm gonna be annoyed by it. So they don't miss. Is all we need to say.
I know, but that's kind of the point at this point.
But they don't miss.
Well, I'll tell you what I know. It's the dumbest fucking
That's all.
thing
That's
I ever
all.
heard of.
I disagree. I disagree, Gary.
What is that?
I started it.
You serious? You're taking my money all over town, placing bets.
I'm having very serious second thoughts.
Are you serious right now?
I know I fucked up.
Howard, where's the money right now?
Howard, got my money?
Oh.
You too, eh?
Socked
I'm
his
done.
ass.
It means nothing. It meant nothing. Please. Give me another shot. You like to win, right? This is no different than that.
Black June power, nigga.
This is my
Yeah, The Weeknd was in
fucking
it.
You think I'm
Yeah.
stupid, Howard? You and your whole fucking family. I heard you've resurfaced your fucking swimming pool. You know
I look at that guy and just think like he's Jeffrey Epstein. The actor just showed briefly.
Oh. Yeah.
about how things were gonna go.
The guy talking right there.
That's my family.
I just something about him reminds me of him. I'm not saying there's any actual connection.
You having a good time?
Yes.
I just remember how it ended.
Yeah.
This is me. This is how I win.
You get.
Kevin Garnett was really good in this too.
Now you should be stretching out.
What is he, a coach?
Nah, he's just a fucking crazy ass Jew.
Oh yeah, Keith Stanfield. Jinx. Yep. I kind of expected to see him in more things. He briefly was, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
No,
it was a good. That again. That's a 3. That's a 5 slice.
So that's a 3-star and 1 Michelin 500.
That's a 5
chops.
slice.
Yeah. So
We measure movies
Michelin
by
5
slices
star.
of pizza.
That's right. So
wait.
Deerskin is one of
How
my-
many deer skins is it? I'd give it 5 deer skins.
5 deer skins.
This movie is more on par with
I'm in.
my cliche, the cliche of me.
Je vous ai appelé hier pour la petite annonce.
Are they
It's a
speaking
foreign
French?
film, of course.
Voilà la
I'm
bête.
out.
100% d'âme.
He says I'm out.
This French, literally absurdist is like how I would describe his
Speaking
movies.
surrender.
They're like absurdist.
I have a
films.
jacket like that, but that's a badass jacket. I like that jacket. I see why you bought that thing.
Like, it's like absurd to the point of almost just being silly. But it's great.
Non.
What is it talking about my jacket?
Bon tournage là, c'est quoi?
Salut. Tu passes hyper bien la caméra. T'as regardé ce que j'ai filmé?
Ah ouais? J'adore. En revanche, il me faut plus d'images. Il faut plus d'action là. Il me faut plus de sang. C'est complètement dingue, je suis à fond dedans.
Dude, this is a really good movie, man. Of course, because it's on my list.
Yeah, this is definitely on par.
Yeah. Quentin Dupieux, dude. This
When you
dude,
get
all
you
this
jacket
guy's
like
movies
that.
are not. They're so.
He doesn't miss.
Not for me.
He doesn't miss.
I can't
Like
believe I went
A24.
back.
A24.
I went back and looked because I was thinking, when did this movie Rubber come out? And I'm like, I missed adding it to the list. It's because I wasn't looking at the full list. It's literally about a tire. Rubber. After I do know the whole thing. Like,
Oh, I've
literally
seen
about
that movie.
Quentin Dupieux.
Yeah, or Holy Motors. It was, I believe. He recently did that. Adam Driver and what's her name, Marion Cotillard. Yeah.
Holy
Let's
Motors, the Lord's Engine.
Holy Motors is older, but that's probably his. Pretty sure it's Pierre.
That's
No,
the
actually, that wasn't Kitten
sequel-
Depew.
that's
That
the
was
sequel
Leo
to
Carax
The
or
Goods.
somebody.
Oh,
That's a different weird French
Holy
name.
Motors.
Holy Motors was actually a different director. I apologize.
Oh, was that
Apologize.
Darren Aronofsky?
No, they're French. They were both.
That was
French.
Nicholas Whining. Not,
Rifen.
yeah.
There we go.
Who?
So, also a different one, Ad Astra, came out that year. I thought it was really good. Solid
with Matthew
sci-fi
McConaughey,
drama.
wasn't it?
That's a good one.
No, Brad Pitt.
Oh, was it Brad? Oh, what
Yeah.
was it called?
Brad Pitt.
Ad Astra. It was James Gray
Gandolfini?
written directed, I believe, which he hasn't done a bunch, but it's one of those. It seems like could be like modern, almost like a current day or not far future sci-fi. But it's like really. Why am I going to that? Let's see. So y'all didn't even hear this one?
I've seen the thing for it, the ad for Ad Astra.
Ad Astra?
It didn't
No,
do
no,
well.
this was good.
But it
Brad
was
Pitt?
it was really good.
What are you thinking about?
I do what I do because of my dad.
Just looking kind of as science fiction,
He was a
trying to be
hero.
as a realistic
his life
portrayal of it
in
as
pursuit of
possible.
knowledge.
It's like up there on hard sci-fi, or it being as accurate representation of this occurring as
Is this
pretty
about
cool.
the fake moon landing?
It's about the fake moon landing.
It's about the fake moon.
The second one though, because we're about to fake it
He's
again.
about to run across her in a second.
Yep.
That would suck.
No, they're about to fake the moon landing again. It's gonna be great.
Oh shit!
Do you think we're about to get a 2.0?
There's fires everywhere.
We better.
hope so.
Crashes. They're calling it the surge.
Major, we have some highly classified
Plan B.
information.
I saw that
about the
too.
Lima project.
Its objective was to search for advanced
Jeff
extraterrestrial
Bezos
life.
rocket.
The
Doctor
ship
Evil
disappeared
rocket.
approximately 16 years into the mission.
And the commander was.
It looks like a big
It was my
old.
father, sir.
This might come as quite a shock to you.
But we've never actually been to space.
Experimenting with a highly classified
So we're in the
material.
space
We had to
station
fake
now.
it.
Our entire source.
Guys.
The Russians were gonna beat
All
us.
life would be destroyed. We're counting on you to find out what's happening out there.
Is that
It's
Donald
really,
Sutherland?
it's really clear.
Tommy
At the
Lee?
end, it's about a relationship with like a son and his father. It's really what it's about.
Please begin your psychological evaluation. As best you can, please describe your current mental and emotional state.
I'm feeling good. Ready to do my job to the best of my abilities.
Like it's not gripping. It's just really well done.
Remain fully
It could
committed
kind of get
to
slow,
the
and
lawful completion
possibly a little
of the mission.
uninteresting for a lot of people, but
If necessary,
I just
I
feel
will
like the
destroy
scale and
project
scope
in
and
its
just
entirety.
it,
They're up
trying
there
to
on the
portray
moon, driving
kind of
around?
near future sci-fi and
Focus in him.
make
There's no greater idea.
it's good.
Now it's fate.
Go up to the moon and
Makes
drive around.
really like a less crazy Interstellar.
Yeah, if you like sci-fi,
ready?
you'll like it.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a
I'm ready.
popcorn Armageddon style movie, this is not that.
Yeah.
Well, I was.
I love that movie though. It's really
Glad,
good.
glad he let you know not to
Cowboys.
watch it, Chris.
Damn it.
It's a Knives Out. That was on at least a couple of our lists.
That was on mine as well.
Yeah.
It was
That was a
almost.
good one.
I almost cut it in.
Almost got the seal of
Oh, it
approval.
could have been a 5 slicer.
Yeah, Uncut
Could have been a
Gems.
3 Michelin
It could have
star,
been
my
a
bad,
5
guys.
slicer.
Avengers Endgame was on mine.
That was on his.
John
There
Wick
we go.
3.
Where's
John
yours,
Wick. That
Mikey?
was on his.
John Wick 3. Like
Wasn't on mine, dude. That's another one. Damn, we were
Could
so
have been a
close.
5 slicer.
and I said it maybe on the second John Wick. Every one of them is gonna be on my top 10.
Yeah.
And
I know,
there's a
it's
good
true.
chance
I
one
will
of them
say,
might
I
make
put
number
the
one.
first one on there, and I do agree that like all of them are just as good. But there was just so many original movies that I didn't want to put sequels. Like Toy Story came out this year, and I like to be honest, it was a really good one. Wanted
Yeah.
to put that on there, but
It was really
I
well
let the
done.
original films speak for themselves.
What else you got, Matt?
You want me to keep going? So
Yes.
I had John Wick, Joker, and then
Five Slicer.
Joker.
Yep.
That's all of us. That's
Todd
Five
Phillips,
Slicer.
Joker. Yep. Here we that's a 5 slicer.
That's what, 4?
It was
Or 3?
as far in our there's a lot of slices. And The Lighthouse is my last one. I'll show a
that's
trailer
the
for this
one
one.
with,
That was a good one.
The Eggers.
Is this the
Robert
one
Egg-
where what's his name? Brendan Fraser got all fat.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
that's
the Whale
Whale.
House. That was a Darren Aronofsky film, though.
Darren Aronofsky.
Oh yes, I remember.
It was
this. Robert
actually, yeah.
Pattinson and
Yeah, he's
Hey,
like
Robert
24.
Can you imagine being stuck
This
in
guy
a
did The
lighthouse
Witch.
with Willem
This
Dafoe?
the guy who did The Witch also.
Yeah. They don't mess. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Okay, yeah.
No, but
That's
like
the one
when
they make
people
all
were
the memes
trashing
out of.
Robert Pattinson for playing Batman, I'm like, dude, he's done some good movies. I didn't
Dude,
see Good Times. I heard it
he-
was good. I saw this, and I was like, he can do some drama.
Yeah. He's managed to get out of vampire world and be one of probably my favorite actors. Just as far as like the films he's in, I think other people could play. I think he does an amazing job. But his selection of movies to be in,
I like Tenet. I liked him in Tenet.
dude. Whenever we get to that, it might take a whole episode.
Oh yeah, Matthew will literally. That's gonna be
That's good. I
a
love that
two-part
movie, Matt.
episode.
No, Tenet.
It's gonna be a
Tenet.
2-part episode.
Yeah. This part is so funny. I don't know what it is. This is Robert Eggers.
Yeah,
He does a
Willem
great
Dafoe,
job
dude,
putting you in
is
his world.
super underrated as like one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah, he's had the opportunity to be in so many interesting, crazy stuff. I felt like a lot of
Dude, he
interesting
played
and
Van
foreign
Gogh.
directors. I mean, he's amazing. Plus, he looks so interesting. He looks so weird, but he's an amazing actor.
Who, Willem Dafoe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the perfect.
He likes to
he
play
executes.
a cross-dresser.
Now, William Dafoe's great. He started, if you think all the way back to Platoon, right? Remember?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Elias.
He's the one on the ground with his arms up. Yeah.
There was a firefight.
So that
was Boondock
that's all the movies.
Wow.
Chris, is there anything on here?
Can I
that
give
we
an
didn't
honorable
mention?
mention?
You're allowed to. This is funny. See my honorable mention. I had
Hey.
Howard Self-Defense on there.
Nice.
Jojo Rabbit was even on there.
Can we maybe show a trailer for my honorable mention?
I have to think.
This
Let's
is
talk about it.
unprecedented.
Let's talk about it right now.
Should we? Just
Say-
Matt, think of what this opens up, the implications this could open up. Allowing a
not
trailer
afraid
for
of
a
taking
honorable mention. Allowing a trailer for an honorable mention. Because it's like if you're going to allow a trailer, then why wouldn't it on your list?
Well, I figured trying to fill time.
And I'm just saying, no, I'm not that.
You
Because
sure?
I think it's a movie. I'm wondering if you've seen it. Serenity. I said it.
It's funny because
Serenity.
I was trying to
And I
download
feel like it's
the
one that's
sci-fi
up
film
your
Serenity
alley.
that came out as a culmination to Firefly.
Firefly.
And I
yeah,
remember,
that's what
and
I
I
was
was
thinking.
because I watched it a couple weeks ago with my dad because I got him to watch all of Firefly. That's what we were watching.
Bring back Firefly, dude.
Yeah, and then I downloaded Serenity and it started and it was this one. I'm like, what the hell? Very different movie than the Serenity that I was expecting. So no,
That's
yeah.
what I thought he was talking about.
No, he's talking about it. Matthew McConaughey.
Have you seen this Serenity?
I haven't. No.
You haven't?
No, I haven't downloaded it unintentionally.
You should watch it. Because I think it might potentially be up your alley.
Yeah, it appears. It checks all the boxes. Ocean. I need the ocean.
Matthew McConaughey without a shirt.
Everybody knows everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Anne Hathaway's.
It would be funny if the truth was that
Without a
nobody
shirt.
knows anything. How long have I been on Plymouth Island? Feels like we've all been here forever.
Bryan Cranston.
What's this?
Just it's a vagina.
It's a titty.
We've all got to feel that, man.
Oh, Jeremy Strong.
What? I will give you $10 million to drop my husband in the ocean.
Yeah, I think I remember this coming out.
There's right and wrong, heaven and hell.
Is that Solomon Dandy?
I'm a dandy man.
I think that's Solomon
Some weird
Dandy,
stuff
bro.
going on right now. Miss Hell's Island's a part of it, but nobody knows it.
Okay, John, you want the truth?
You don't.
I almost used to think this movie Triangle.
That is Solomon Dandy.
It's funny, huh?
Where in the world are we?
Looks cool. Definitely makes me think of.
You should definitely watch
The
it.
Triangle.
In the
Do you want me to
Bermuda
tell you what the ending
Triangle.
is?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
No, you should just watch it.
Well, I can look it up.
No, don't.
Where did Jeff?
No,
Serenity Plot.
no,
Did we lose
no,
Jeff?
no. I think we did lose Jeff.
We lost Jeff. In the ocean.
Jeffrey, come back.
Jeffrey, come back.
You can blame it all.
Oh, he'll request admittance. He'll request. So that's 2019. That's 2019. Yeah. So again,
Incredible.
the movie I was thinking of came out in 2009, and I don't think it was on my list. I failed so many
Well,
ways.
okay. Since we're here, honorable mention replay. Come on.
2009.
Show us from 2009 because
Yeah.
Matt missed
Preferred
it.
trial.
I give Matt so much
Thank
time
you.
and I send him the links, and he doesn't. He obviously doesn't read all the movies.
So let's go sailing.
And we're just trying to kill time, guys.
Till Jeff.
Oh no,
comes
I got a
back.
lot of stuff to talk about.
Wind's dropped out on us.
Get below deck now. Get the life jacket.
Get the life jackets. Crikey, fuck.
Oh, thank God.
Silence your phone, please, in the theater.
Hello? Where is everybody?
You enter a place you have never been.
I recognize this corridor.
Everything you see, you have seen before.
It's starting over again. That's what's going on. Everything that happened to you before. He's dead! You changed the pattern. You changed the pattern and not tracked. Who are you?
Pretty good little head trip. A mind F. Clearly. A mind F.
Okay.
But again,
That
it's
dude-
not a
one of the
horror film
dudes
to
at the
me.
bottom
It's,
said-
I call it a psychological
call it a
thriller that
movie
actually
film.
it's, you know, it's fun to talk about what you think it means in the end because it gets to a point to where clearly you have to come to a
You have-
conclusion that it means something because
Like
it
Enemy.
goes to such a weird place that you're forced to try
You're
at
like,
least
okay,
think
what's-
about what
Yeah.
actually happened.
Yeah, what the bigger picture was, not
Yeah,
just,
well, what's the intent behind this? Again,
Yeah.
like Enemy is a great example. It's like at the
Enemy.
very end, it gets like,
you're just, all of
okay,
a
I have to
sudden-
question everything I just saw.
Yeah, it just
because
takes it
that
far
happened,
right. You're just like, whoa,
which is great.
Doesn't do a U-turn. It's almost not even. It's like a sharp. It's I don't even know. It's like a jackknife. Is
It's
what
so
it does.
fast.
It's weird.
To me, it's like Denis Villeneuve just, in case you weren't sure what some things meant. But even then, it's just
No, it's a
interesting.
wild ass movie.
It's-
Everybody should
yeah,
definitely. I
it's
know we've
great.
already covered that. But we just talked about it. Okay, so moving right along. That was the movies. It seems as though we've lost Jeff, which is unfortunate.
Should we try to get him back?
We can take a quick little break, and then we'll see if Jeff's here when we come back.
And then we're gonna figure out how to.
Shit that you'd have to edit.
All right, which I've
And
done.
we're back.
Which I've done once.
Yeah, I know
We're
you've
back,
edited.
and I've done one.
Yeah.
I would just only done that one time.
No, yeah, we all thank you for editing.
The world's a better place for not knowing that.
Yeah, for you editing things.
Some information's meant to be classified, or
Yeah,
you know,
that's
with
why
lines
you need
redacted.
that's why you need to submit your money to our Patreon, and you get That's when you get that.
You
bonus
become a tier.
content.
Yeah, you become a tier 17 subscriber.
Tier 17.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, people stop at 5, 4, 5. Not us. Nah,
He's
if
like,
you pay, if you really want to pay, you really get some good stuff.
We'll get.
I mean, you'll get some pretty good stuff. We're holding We're leaving some meat on the bone here, guys.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
You know.
But let's see what's today. What happened today? Today's
Sunday. Sunday funny cars.
Today's Sunday, and the Dallas Cowboys. It's
preseason
that time of
football.
year.
See,
It
the
is
Olympics
that time
ended.
of
That's
year
what you're thinking
again,
about.
guys. It is that time of year again. Yeah, okay. The Olympics. We can
We'll
talk
get into
about
that.
that. We'll get to that. We will get to it. But the Dallas Cowboys. They had their first preseason game.
Okay.
Today.
What's that mean for how much did the starters play? 0? One.
I don't
one
know
possession?
how potentially. Yeah, one.
Maybe
possession.
not. Probably not even that.
Probably not even all. Yeah, exactly.
So these are guys
but they
that
were
are
playing
trying to make their livelihood. These are the guys. These actually the guys that are fighting for a livelihood. If you think about it,
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. More
literally
than
to make
likely.
the team.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these guys are gonna get cut.
It looks like the defense was fighting pretty hard.
Actually, I never thought about that. No,
But
that
you
should
never thought about
potentially
that?
make it more compelling than people. I mean, of course, if you're a millionaire, it all becomes relative. But for a guy who's literally trying not to get cut and who has these short contracts, and this is their opportunity, they have way more on the line as far as a livelihood.
No, that's a good point.
Well, and
so it really
guys
should
that made their career like in the
dang
preseason.
it,
because
preseason
they
might
fucking-
actually, and it's
where it was
lesser
like, wasn't
quality.
Miles Austin one like that? Where it was
Probably.
like he was one.
Everyone's
that,
got
like,
stories.
Had a big,
Well, not
he
everyone,
had a
but
big
some, you know.
preseason, and because Miles Austin wasn't he was like a walk on.
Yeah, he wasn't a known commodity. Yeah.
But yeah, every year there's some
I'm glad you
story
brought
like
that
that
up.
somewhere.
Because
Like,
they're,
where
of
there's
course,
guys
it's
that
lesser
wouldn't have
quality.
Normally, or it's like some guy that went and did something for whatever. It's like, yeah, I played football in high school and like a year in college, and then I.
Or even the guys that are like went and played college 4 years and they're just literally trying to make a living. But the NFL, there's only so many spots, and you have to be the. And of course, the product is less quality, but I would like to think those guys are actually have more on the line.
Yeah.
To
Trying to give
try
you
their
more,
best.
not just mailing it in some cases.
I've never really thought about that, but that really could make it more interesting and dramatic.
Well,
than
maybe
it
you
really
have to
is.
check it out and let me know.
But
and
I'm
tell
not
me
going
what
to,
you're.
but-
But I'll tell you one thing. If any, the defense might have been working hard for both teams in this game because at the final,
It was the highest. It was a shootout.
The
huh?
final was 13-12.
Oh,
and
an
the
anti-shootout.
Cowboys took the L
We
on
don't
this
like
one.
we don't like shootouts.
The Cowboys took the L on this one.
Shocking.
And I just want to talk a little bit here, and of course, Chris and everybody else is going to have their time to
So
talk.
it's the Soapbox Mikey coming up.
Mike, everybody, come gather around here. We got something to say. Listen Here's up. Soapbox Mikey. Yeah, grab your Cracker Jacks.
I don't know why.
Pop open a
when
beverage.
did
I wanna
they
hear
really
this.
start
No.
eating Cracker Jacks. Okay, so no. Either way, so the Cowboys for every year it's like, and I never really. This year it kind of hit me listening to it like a week ago or something. Listening to one of the radio stations. I don't remember exactly which one. It wasn't the Ticket. It was the Fan or something.
Yeah. And then posers.
Yeah. Well, I had it on because I think they're the ones who broadcast the Rangers game.
Yeah.
So
Matthew's over here radio game.
but either way, so I was listening
P1.
to them and they were talking about
P1
the
for
Cowboys and they said they were, and I felt bad at one point. And I kind of had to turn it off because it was like the way they were talking about.
Oh, they're saying offensive things.
No, that they felt it was like I just turned it off because it's like growing up in the city all these years, I've experienced many Cowboy seasons.
Yes, many seasons.
I've
many
experienced
disappointments.
many seasons.
Many letdowns.
A lot of people
A
say.
lot of people.
Many hopes.
A lot of people tell me the Cowboys
Many
are
hopes
great.
shattered.
I haven't gotten to see it.
Every season.
I hear we were
they
really
say-
good at one point, but I haven't gotten to see it. We had that guy with the hat. I don't know what happened to him.
Like the abusive husband says he's going to do better.
So I've experienced this,
Yeah,
right?
somehow
And so
went
I
this
just,
year.
after listening to the radio the other day, I kind of was like, I can't hear. I was like, I just got to turn it
guy's
off. And I
got
felt
radio.
bad for the radio guy because he's doing the best he can to make something happen here. But he's sitting here talking about, in my opinion, my opinion's heavily influenced from Chris with this
He
this point here.
indoctrinated you.
He did, but it's also like my dad with always saying about
then he
about
indoctrinated the both
Yeah,
of
it was
you.
like, it
well,
was
my
handed
dad
down
always
to me
said
from my father. and
my
I
dad would always
hated
say
the sins of the
that,
father are passed down to his children.
my dad would always say to me that the Cowboys aren't ever gonna like do shit until Jerry is gone.
No,
Like, as
I've
long
told
as
you my
Jerry
stance.
Jones
Do you know
is
what my
a
stance
part
is?
of that team.
It's gonna be until he's dead.
Okay.
Because that's what they think. But even if he gets really sick and he's forced to step down, no, I think it's not gonna be till he doesn't live anymore.
So that my dad's always said
I hope he
that
lives forever.
for the longest time. Yeah, no, not wishing ill will on Jerry Jones. I'm sure he's a fine
Just went to
man.
stadium.
I literally love Jerry Jones. Like he has the funniest stuff I've ever heard.
You seen Red J?
I
want me some glory.
I've enjoyed
I want me some glory hole.
I've enjoyed fun in his stadium. I love it. Like no harm on Jerry.
New boot
we love
funnin'?
Jerry, but at the end of the day,
New boot goofing.
he's just not. He's something bad for the organization. It seems like. But so my dad's always said that, and something Chris has always said is that it's like it doesn't matter if the Cowboys win or lose. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. We'll get our ass kicked like right before we get to the playoffs, right, or right first round of the playoffs, like which we've only done once in the past.
Where we made it.
I don't know how many years.
What were
We've done
we
it
in the
once
fucking
in the past.
championship game this past year, or like what?
How many times?
What round of the playoffs were we in when Green Bay just ate our fucking lunch this past year?
Or NFC Championship, my bad. NFC Championship.
Yeah,
We've
weren't
only
we
had
in the-
one.
We haven't. No, we
We've only
haven't made
been
it to a
one.
championship in like
We've only
20
been to
years.
one NFC
No,
championship game.
what were they at then?
Like
we were
the
in
first
the second round.
we made it past the wild card game. I think was it.
Yeah, so it
2013
was
or
like the
some
second
shit.
round. That
Which I feel like the wild card
Look
round.
up, when was the last Cowboys NFC championship?
oh well, then yeah, the championship.
I was looking at the
game
season.
would have been 96
No, I was looking.
or 95. Technically, it would have been 96, 95
Watch a
season.
man struggle to type. No, I'll just go to the wiki and just scan down their shizzle.
But either way, my point. What I wanted to say about it, because I know y'all got something to say too.
Yeah, they've won the
probably.
NFC East a lot of, but that's the most they've done.
Mm-hmm. The East.
Yeah, that was a movie I referenced.
The East. Yeah. So yeah, no, they, but either way, Chris has said it doesn't matter if they win or lose. And I was listening to the radio the other day, and these guys are talking about it, and it's just like, I felt bad because, you hear him talking about. Well, I mean, I'm hopeful. I think that they can do something here. I'm more hopeful this week than I was last week, and it's like
I believe that's true.
It might be true, but it's just
it
like I'm not saying the guy's lying. That's
That
what I'm
means
saying. I
nothing
feel
to
bad.
me. Doesn't make me think we're gonna win.
No,
but I believe
but
he's hopeful.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's I had to turn it off because it's like I just don't see how you can be hopeful at this point with this team because like what Chris is, what I've heard from my dad, what Chris has said, about they're the most win or lose, they're the most marketable team. It doesn't matter because you have half of the people tune in to watch the Cowboys win, and the other half are tuning in to watch them lose. People that don't even have a dog in the hunt will tune in to watch the Cowboys lose. So
it's a great product.
It's like
if it's
it doesn't
looking at it just as a product.
Yeah, and then it's like you see Jerry Jones. Yeah, I'm not saying that there's not like that Jerry doesn't fully want to win, but when you see him lose
not the most
up in the
important
box,
thing.
he's like. Oh shucks, he hits him with the
when
oh
you're
shucks.
like the most valuable franchise across all sports, that's not the number one objective. Is not, Super Bowl is like number 2 or 3. Number 1 is being profitable and maximizing value. You can't argue with that angle of it. You can't. So last season they lost the wild card playoffs to the Packers.
Oh,
so that was the wild card game.
Okay, yeah, no, I knew.
2 years ago they won. Well, that was the. Literally, all they've done is win a wild card game the last
they're
10 years.
Underwhelming. It's like I'm to the point that it's like
seriously,
I don't give a damn
all they've
about,
done is
I don't give
win
a
wild
damn
card
about
games.
anything they do until they get at least to like the NFC Championship.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because they're just it's like they're just trash, and it's like, and I was as diehard a Cowboys fan as they come, but it's like, I mean, it's just disgusting what they've done to this franchise, like the mediocrity that they've You know, every year they come out and they hype and this year it's gonna be different. Oh, we got the
right.
but we got the defense this year. Like, we got this guy. And
How
then
much
it's like,
control do they actually even have, though? That's the thing.
It's like
even on front offices that are actually, you could say, trying their best to win Super Bowls. When you're playing against Patrick Mahomes and different certain teams, how much control do they actually have?
But how do you have these teams though that always continue
I mean,
to
what
have
if what's
success though?
But
like you have these franchises that continue to have success though. Like teams like Green Bay, where they'll turn over a fucking coach.
I mean,
they'll turn over a quarterback. They'll turn over like all their then
you'll
a few years later, they're
terrible
right back in the
teams
playoffs.
make a run.
Yes, but he's saying
that's
no,
like,
but he's making the point though about the.
So it's not just as like, oh yeah, well, I mean that's just the way it goes. How many teams go out and try to like? It was like you have these franchises that.
So do you
that
have?
don't
What would be your recommendation?
At this point,
well, it's like Jerry.
At this point, I've
of course
honestly
make him
quit
not
watching. I don't have a recommendation.
I feel like he
don't
should
really care. Like I'm like,
as a businessman, I
do what
feel
you
like he
want.
should recognize if something's
everybody
not
knows,
working.
hire a GM.
Yeah, it fascinates me that he's so stubborn on that.
Yeah, and that he's like
Because-
seriously like nobody.
He has nothing else to do with
Nobody
his time. He has all these other businesses. Like he could fill his time. Like why does he have to hold on to that? It's like stubborn. I feel like it's just because
it's because
that was
all
the conversation.
all the criticism he got for firing Jimmy, and he was I can get anybody in here to coach this team, and he got Barry Switzer in there, and they won that one. And then he ain't won shit since then. And everybody said, well, okay, yeah, technically you got one with Barry, but that was Jimmy's team. He was like, you haven't won one without Jimmy Johnson. And so Jerry Jones would rather lose until the day that he dies than to, bring in a general manager to win and validate what people said all along.
And he
Jerry, you're
validates
not
himself by the
And
fact that they make
and-
money. That's
and
the
that,
thing. That's the thing.
That to me is the dark lore of the team that
I think that's the
nobody
truth
really
of it.
knows. No, I know, but I'm saying that's the
He's literally being a stubborn, proudful, arrogant dude.
That's the origin of what you're
but
seeing.
it's justified by the fact that it's still so valuable.
Yeah.
So the
and that's
people
and you're always
that are invested or
it
have
doesn't
any-
matter if you go out and go 8-8 or 4-16 or they had the 5 and fucking whatever season.
Yeah.
3 of them in a row back in the mid.
And there's no reason they
grew
wouldn't
their fan base every year.
Yeah, changing a general manager wouldn't affect the product. It wouldn't affect if people they could be just as profitable without him
Well,
being
you
general
need
manager.
that
It's literally
general
being
manager
stubborn because an intelligent person would think, "What can I change to try? Like I've changed all these things. Maybe I should change this position." Oh no, that's
well, and Jerry is more than willing to spend the money for all the arguments and all the complaints I have against him. It's like he is willing to spend the money, but it's like he has no.
I think
he has no check there in that other organizations have the GM there. That's like
I think
no,
it shows
I know
he
you
truly
wanna
doesn't
go
care about
get-
winning that much.
I feel like he does, but it's like
No, he does to the point that he wants to. But if he really, truly cared about it and all the changes he's made, you'd have to realize maybe I'm not the person to manage this team. But no, he
And
doesn't
that's-
care enough.
that's why-
it's
that's
like
why
caring enough
almost
to know when to
my-
step down.
That's
he doesn't care enough about it.
No, and that's
he's
almost
Al
where
Davis.
it's
He's more proud. He cares about his pride.
And that's
more
why
than
I
that.
feel like that's why I have the position almost of where it's like I don't really think that the players care and they want to win and they're playing for their lives.
I believe
they're playing
that.
for their lived and their their namesake.
It's literally
and all of that.
management. It's
But
management.
But at the end of the day, I don't, whenever Jerry's still seeing that how many years since we've won and really been a team that's like you're proud to be a Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah,
I've
been arguing with motherfuckers for 20 years. Where it was like, bro, you're from Dallas. How are you not a Cowboys fan?
Yeah,
And they're like, oh wait, the Cowboys have never been good. As long as
It's
you've
like
been
I'm a
alive. And it's
fan,
like,
but
that
I
makes
don't
sense.
get emotionally invested.
No, yeah, and that's pretty much
No,
what
Now, I'd
absolutely
like
not.
to be emotionally invested, like the Mavericks and Stars. I'll get emotionally invested in those teams.
Yeah.
If they're
No, you can't though with the
Cowboys.
It's like
you
it's
know,
like an abusive relationship.
Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's like the
Where
bad
it's
wife
like, no,
thing.
it'll be better this time because like I know like last year We had
and that's
this,
and they tease you. They do things that
got a new
tease you.
center.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that it was like we've watched all these Jerry
And they'll
sit
have
here
good
and seen
runs,
all
though.
these-
They'll do
Jerry's
magical
seen
little
all
things.
these
They just
years
play to the level
of
of their
L's,
competition.
and he's
Always.
and while he's seeing all these L's over here, he's also seeing all the dollar
Cha-ching,
signs
cha-ching.
on the merchandise side, on the on like just
on
the
the
marketing.
we got the art gallery. My wife, art curator of the stadium.
Oh, and the art, dude, that's something we need to talk about. That's a whole rabbit hole we can go down. The whole how the entire art industry is just a money laundering.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Almost the entire art industry is just.
Oh, you mean just like
essentially-
criminals trying to like have an asset that to hold like what they bought.
No, like more or less like
use it as a store.
they use it as it's like you can
It's
look
like
it
in
up. But
Tenet.
more or less, what you would do.
They would
is,
use
as far as I
those-
would understand, you would buy a piece of art, get somebody to appraise it. It appraises for X amount of money, and then you do something against that or something. I'm not all that smart.
Did they
I'm
like
just smart
take a
enough to get you
loss,
there.
or it's like an
No,
asset?
just
that
look
they
it up. It's like it's an asset they claim or something at that point.
Well, I know like the whole Freeport thing, which Tenet talks about, where people to not have to pay taxes on things or whatever. But this is different than that.
I think it's similar. No, it's
Okay.
probably similar.
To where it's not like
Or
declared
it's like
in
money
the country.
laundering, or
It's
I
not
said
like
money
in any
laundering,
country.
not money
Or it's a
laundering.
way
It's
that
it's
it's
tax.
like,
It's
yeah,
tax
they're-
evasion.
Tax evasion, yeah.
Yes,
No, yeah,
not
yeah,
money
like the
laundering.
Freeports.
Sorry, I'm saying money laundering.
Yeah, no, that's the
You just buy,
Freeports.
like
That's
an
stupid.
an expensive painting or something, and then
If you have all this money, yeah, that
you'd buy it for like 10
But the
grand,
thing is,
and then you
if
get it
I'm
appraised, and
a
it
millionaire,
appraises
billionaire,
for-
I'm trying to still not give the man as little as possible.
Oh
Absolutely,
yeah, fuck 'em.
but
that's
but-
the whole point of being a billionaire or billionaire is like you can be
Yeah.
petty enough
But
to be like, you know what?
I mean,
But
that's
it's just
what
interesting that
drives.
that's what
fuels the art world.
Yes,
but I believe the art is still pure.
Some of it, but that's what's given way to some of these artists
say-
that like. Because for
So
instance,
garbage
do you know-
artists
so do you know,
are elevated
I
is
know,
what you're
I'm gonna
trying to say.
Yes, and I'm going to jump around in a sense. You know, like the whole stuff on Jackson Pollock.
The splatter painter, yeah. Well, I mean, I just know what he
the
did.
fact that he was more or less like, as far as I understand, it's something to do with I think
A
the
joke that went too far?
No, the CIA or something like that.
Like, this is art, guys. Everyone say this is art.
dude. Like almost like saying that,
Pretty
saying
much.
like everybody say that it's art.
Gaslighting people.
To fuck with the Russians, because the Russian contemporary artists dominated art.
So this guy's not talented. Let's say
art.
that this is
Yes,
talent.
and
We're gonna praise
piss
all
the
his
fucking
paintings
Russians off and like totally flip the art world on its head, because prior it's like all of art was dominated by
America
Russian
didn't
contemporary.
really have any artist. Like
No,
that's interesting.
And
I
so
didn't know
Pollock,
about that.
so look up like if you look up Jackson
Pollock and
Pollock
the
CIA, like I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll probably pop up. Because again, this isn't anything that I'm like privy
It's
to.
just
that
like a
nobody
record
else-
label, like
Yeah,
making
CIA psyop.
It's like making Limp Bizkit famous.
Yeah.
They were banned. They were trying their best, but they were literally basically picked and marketed and pushed to like, okay, let's use this band. Like, we think we can use it and make
No,
money.
exactly.
To where I believe Jackson Pollock was probably trying.
No,
right?
but in his art, and I like his art. I do enjoy. There's some of his stuff that I really like.
Yeah,
but it makes sense because you look at it and you're like, I could do this, or you know.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing what you're saying. That's hearts and minds, brother.
Can you read us a little spot at all?
I will.
Maybe
I'm
find,
just
if
trying
you
to
find
see
anything of value.
We're reading right now, guys.
Yeah, bear with us for a moment. We're going to get back to some other things that I want to talk about the city of Dallas. One of those things being the trail and the crosswalks. Yeah, that's right.
To try and advance American
real
art.
old on you.
Let's see. Advancing American art was prove the nation's artists were free because they could splatter as much paint as they wanted. It also proved that Congress cannot always be induced to spend tax laws supporting it. The idea that Congress would have approved many of our projects was about as likely as blah blah. The culture day. Let's see.
Cold War. You need it. You should almost just type in Jackson Pollock CIA Russia.
Or maybe I should just check the videos. Maybe somebody else does the job for us.
Yeah, to fight the cold. Maybe that was something.
No, that's probably
17
it.
minutes. Yeah.
But yeah. I believe you.
Yes. No, I know.
I believe you.
That's also, do you know, is it Jim Morrison or Morris?
The Doors?
From The Doors. His
Morrison.
dad is like, it was like a naval
CIA,
intelligence dude,
or,
CIA or naval intelligence, and they believe that he was, it's again, that goes into the whole conspiracy about them starting to get understand the power of like celebrities and
Psyops.
stuff like that.
Just like everything.
Psyops.
Yeah.
And so there's a whole rabbit hole about stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So either way, now we're going to get to the city of Dallas, and if you want to pull up a map, you could pull. I don't
I'm
know
looking
what
at
the
a
name,
map.
I don't know the name.
Okay,
of this
Dallas map.
Dallas biking trail map.
North Haven.
North Haven Trail, is that what it is? It is Dallas North Haven Trail. North Haven Trail map.
Dallas, dude,
is that really what it's called?
Trail.
The big trail that goes around the
Let's
neighborhood?
see.
Yeah, it connects into the White Rock.
They have a whole website.
So there's the
northaventrail.org.
Okay. Yes. This is it. This is it.
Guys, we found some truth.
See, Chris, thank you. Look at that.
Thank you for knowing things.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that's what I do. I drink and I
know things. Okay, so my whole reason for bringing this up, and I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with this trail or
Dallas.
wherever you're listening, but we have
listeners in
Australasia. But we're about to complain about a local city
We're
problem.
going to complain. We're going to complain about an issue, right? And I'm taking up my issue with city council. I don't have any glasses I can put on.
The thing is,
so I'm going to put on sunglasses.
The way to actually,
Where's
like your local councilman,
Ellisor man, do you have any glasses he can put on?
Someone else found the glasses that were left here.
Yeah, I did. They were mine.
I put them somewhere they would be
either way
visible.
So this trail, right? First of all, I would like to say I love it. I'm a huge fan of the trail. The idea of the trail.
Everyone should trail it up.
It's a great trail.
I love the trail. I
People
really
tell
gotta
me it's
say,
a great
I
trail.
gotta say, I
come
love
in
this
and I say,
trail.
wow, what a great trail.
I've heard that a lot of other cities have trails, but they're not quite like
You
this.
talking about
trail.
North Haven Trail,
This
sir?
North Haven Trail, Matthew.
Mr. President,
that's
you're talking about North
correct.
Haven Trail. Okay.
It's the North Haven Trail.
I didn't know you
It's
visited
better,
such
much
trails.
better than the
Not
South
trails.
Haven.
These trails to be.
Don't go to the South Haven Trail. Let me tell you about that nasty place. Really nasty place.
But the North Haven Trail, the reason I'm bringing this crap up.
All right. Yeah. Why
it
are we talking about this?
It intersects to many neighborhoods.
So
many
this
neighborhoods.
affects where you live. Like
it's not that it affects me. It fucking scares me.
Oh, Mikey's scared of.
It gives me anxiety.
Bikers and runners.
No, it's the 5G towers.
It gives me anxiety.
All right, where am I? What are we looking at here? So where?
So you don't need to look at
Let's
any
say,
specific
what's your
point.
address?
You don't need to look at any specific point.
Like, oh, I don't live over here.
But I believe all of these red
Anytime
dots.
it crosses
These
the
are where
street.
people have died.
No, I think
No,
there,
but
I
they
think there
should.
might be stop signs potentially,
No,
or they're the markers, the
they're
trail
marker
markers.
numbers, so if you have an
Okay, but
emergency-
either way, at all of these streets,
anywhere
What does this all mean?
Time out. So if you ever had an
Emergency
emergency,
services
you could
sign.
tell them there's a sign and it says that, so people.
Oh, they
know
might have a
your
little
location.
phone booth there.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a
or
phone
if you
booth.
call
It's if you
them,
get
you're
hurt
like,
and you're like, they're like,
I'm at
what's your
NT
location?
143.
Oh, that's great.
You know the
If
trail.
my-
Yes. So if you ever get, and it has a QR code or something, I think too.
Okay.
So if
So
you're
it's like
if you're
you
hurt,
look
on
If
the
you
trail,
ever
call
jumped along the
emergency.
trail or mugged,
yes,
Yeah,
you can
so
say
they're not
they can say
ending
what's
up
your
way the
location.
fuck down here.
Yeah,
like, I'm
it's
on
a
the
trail
North Haven
marker.
Trail. Where at?
Yeah, I'm
It
on the
makes
North Haven
perfect
Trail.
sense.
So those are just trail markers, right? But like Chris was saying, anywhere this intersects with a street or
Okay, here's
neighborhood
Midway.
road, whatever,
Yeah, right
there
there.
is
It's a
a.
big
So
road.
we're more or less concerned about up in here, in like these neighborhoods, right? Because
So
it
like
crosses.
these spots right here.
It's crossing. It's crossing areas where people are driving home.
they had to
or
tear down some
leaving-
people's houses, right?
They're driving home. No.
It's
It
like
because all
Hitchhiker's
of
Guide to the
these-
Galaxy.
No, they didn't. No, that'd be awful. We'd be fucking
Imminent
bullshit.
domain, guys. We're
You come back.
We're
They tore your
We're not
shit
tearing
down.
your house down. We're just gonna make a hole in the middle of it,
They
so
tore
the
your-
trail can go through.
They tore your house down for a fucking bike trail.
What if it made the city better?
It didn't.
Personal freedom. What's the
No,
sacrifice?
but so either
What are you
way,
willing to pay?
It made personal.
that what they
entitlement
did is
better.
they took because here's the cool thing. What they did
Oh,
is
so wait,
everything.
there's a cool thing.
I've said the trail's cool. So
We agree that the trail.
So
the
what's
trail.
the
we
cool
agree.
thing?
Shut the. The cool thing is that they took an area. All of this is the high lines. This is power lines. Everything along through here that you're going to run. This is exactly where the power lines in the big A towers. With it, supply power to the entire city.
So they
pretty
figure
much.
let's make people
They're-
ride bikes and run underneath them.
Yes.
It's side
We're gonna
by side
electrocute
to 'em.
their
It's
balls.
high voltage. If you want to get into the
Danger,
whole effect
danger.
of high voltage EMF
high
on
voltage.
bodies, you can look in that.
The man
But
breaks
either way, they took a green space that was being unused, and they
Oh.
paved it to where now people can ride
They
bikes.
paved Paradise and put up a parking lot.
There you go. Yeah.
Bop, bop,
Right
bop,
behind,
bop.
yeah, they paved Paradise and put up a parking
Mikey
lot
Bobby's too young.
right behind all of the homes. No, I know. So either way, they have this trail and it
Takes a hard
intersects
turn
through
here.
neighborhoods,
Yep.
and you have.
I want to know more about this green space you're talking about that's being unused. What's that mean?
You ever driven through areas?
Like you talking about an
and,
area
like-
where there's just a lot that's not used?
No, he's talking about where you see like the big metal frame, like a tower, like electrical towers.
No, I get that, but so that's green space.
the
you
shit
mean?
that runs
Yes, it's
all,
because it's just they call
The
that
only
green
thing that's
space
in
in a
there-
city
That
that is
makes
covered
sense.
with shit.
because if you ever see one,
You
look
can't
down
you can't
and
have
can
houses
see
around
for-
it, so there's
Well, there
it's
are
green
houses,
around there.
but it's on either side.
Look.
But there's a cutaway. For
Yeah,
miles.
I see the green. I see the green space literally
No,
in front
but
of
the
me.
point is it's like
I'm sorry.
If you ever
I
see those without a walking trail in them, it's like you could literally see straight down for like miles. And so it's like it's already there. Why not pave it? And it's a walking path for people.
Okay.
And so that's what, like, it's unutilized.
It's being
space.
smart.
And
With
so they're
Yes.
just
Yeah.
putting up pavement.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
That
So
they
that's
can
the
turn it into a
that's the
walking
cool
path.
thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is the
Yeah.
cool thing is that they took an unused green space, a space that was not being used. It was not a road. You can't traverse it, but you can walk it. You can ride a bike down it, and then they paved it, and made it accessible. So it's promoting people
It
to
is.
get
It's
out.
nice and wide,
Yeah,
and
it's
like-
a beautiful trail. It's promoting people to get out and walk.
They have
Go enjoy
stop
yourself.
Maybe we'll be out
Go
there
have
next
some
episode.
fun.
Do remote.
Walk around the trail.
There's like pass us on the trail.
But it connects all over.
Dude,
it's
that's-
supposed to connect further.
Cash
It's
me
supposed to
outside.
go
How about
further.
that?
It's supposed to be a bigger thing.
Well,
it's a
it
great
does
thing.
connect. It connects to the White Rock.
It
Trail
connects. We can talk more about this, but the whole reason I brought this whole fucking thing up
'Cause
was
people are
talking about whenever this thing is going through neighborhoods, you're crossing intersections of not just main intersections, but just streets where people are driving down. And there's stop signs all through there, and every time, I'd say there's like 45% of the time I've gone through these fucking things, there's somebody that's blowing one of the stop signs, like total, just, they don't even fucking look. They're
The
just
streets don't have stop signs for like cars. They have like a yield or like a slow
Yeah.
down.
So
like,
this
traffic.
sounds like a risk for bikers.
Yes, but they don't.
But it's
they
also a
don't-
risk for regular people too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking
No.
hit somebody in my car.
Like not paying attention.
Yeah.
That's
And
just
'cause
a
that's the
road.
thing, too,
It's
is
funny,
they don't
Glasgow
know.
does that with the
Yeah.
Santa Fe Trail.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're
the
going
same
towards
idea.
East Grand,
Yes. Right there
there's
where the railroad
literally a
tracks,
trail with the railroad
railroad
tracks,
tracks
Santa
used
Fe
to be.
Trail. Which
Same
maybe that's
idea
the one
here.
it's supposed to connect to. Maybe.
Yeah.
And you are technically there's not a stop sign in front of it, but traffic is supposed to slow down.
Yeah.
But it's like if a motherfucker burns through there on a bicycle, and it's like, and you're not paying attention, it's like
They're
it's
just
still your
they're
ass in
lucky
the
that
sling.
that neighborhood forces you to drive slow because there's cars that
Yeah,
I've
but
had
sandwich
to
it.
slam on the
Over in our
brakes 4 or
place.
5 times, and I drive a big truck, and a couple of the times have been in my big truck. Every time I honk to be like, hey, to aware the person that, like, you just ran a stop sign because I don't have to stop.
Yeah,
You
the
have to
cars
stop.
Honestly,
don't
if
have
maybe
Cars
they
don't have to stop. There's a sign indicating to me that, like, warning, there's a crossing trail.
it makes me
if
think
I
they
see a
need
pedestrian
to be like Europe with
standing,
cigarette packaging. You know what
if
they
I
do in Europe
see if I see
with the warning label.
if I see somebody standing there.
Yeah. Yeah, make the stop signs larger, have an image of a cyclist or a walker who's
Just
been hit by a
guts.
car,
Just
and then
guts.
I bet people would respect it more.
Maybe.
I think we just solved it.
Yeah, because no, he's right though. It's like you'll honk at them, and then they'll turn around and like flip you off, like
Or
you're
they
the
might just
asshole.
think you're just honking at another car in
Oh
traffic.
no, they'll know you're honking.
No,
at them.
I've been flipped off by like a couple of chicks. One kid like turned around. I don't know if he fireballed me. He like turned around and did like that, and I'm like, did he just fireball me?
Dude, he just cursed you.
He just
he
like nah, and
he
did
cast
like
a
that.
curse on you, dude.
And I was like, whatever, man. I'm like,
No wonder
luck
we're
with
not
the curse.
millionaires already.
I'm just
when
like,
did this happen?
is fucking stupid, man.
When did the kid curse you?
He's like, where did this?
When
man
did the
touch
kid?
you?
When did
I
this
didn't
young
get-
aspiring wizard
I
cast
got-
a spell on you?
I got
What man
fireballed.
did this to you,
He's
Matthew?
put a spell on you.
Gator's
So that's it.
better be worth
Show me on this doll where he cast the spell.
No spell was
on the
cast.
PP.
You just showed us what the boy did,
Bro, I don't
You
want.
can't
we're not gonna
undo
talk
that.
About, we're not going to
You
talk
can't
about
undo
Outrageous
this.
Son.
He didn't
That was a
flick you off. He
fireball.
did a
That
gesture.
was a fireball.
Releasing evil. towards you.
Fireball. That was a
He sent a
fireball.
bolt of evil at you.
Yeah, man, I'm scared.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
scary as hell.
we just unearthed some very
We
powerful
do need to
information.
go,
Yeah, that was a fucking struggle. All for me to just say that people
Like,
need to
just-
on the fucking
yeah,
trail need
stop.
to just pay attention
Just pay
because
attention
it's
to
like
signs.
seriously, it's all the fucking time. And if anybody for some unfortunate reason is looking down, and yes, people on a bike would think, "Why you didn't see me? I was riding. I mean, yeah, but you didn't see me." It's like
Yeah.
it's called a fucking accident.
Yeah.
It's called
It's
an
not
accident.
called a
And it's
plane.
called They Happen.
And it's like there's a high chance that those things, if you're looking at life through a bell curve, that you could have a person not really paying the fuck attention coming through there, and a person not
Or
giving a shit, and that
If
those
you're
two
itching
intersecting
for some blood
have
on
a
your
high
hands,
chance of
but
just
want to have it as
Plausible
explainable.
deniability.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability.
If you're looking to accidentally kill somebody,
a precision.
it sounds like speeding up and down these roads.
Precision accident. Precision accident, son.
Dude,
Gosh, I don't
the
recommend that.
precision accidents. They wouldn't stop and honk. They'd be doing their job.
You feel like, oh,
That
fuck,
crash test dummy's
there's
blood
there's
spatter.
one- There's one behind me. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh, they'd be stopping real hard.
It's like, why do they have them going through the school zones? It's for their safety. There's a less likely chance
So they
they'll get in a
know.
wreck when they get picked up because this is happening.
No, I love the trail though. I just want to say
No, the
that
trail
I love the
is-
trail.
All I have to say is stop by the
trail's-
trail.
The trail's dope, but just if you're riding a bike down it and you see a stop sign, it'd be a really good idea.
Oh, you
if
mean obey
stop.
the law?
And it really does
Be a good
have-
idea.
I mean,
A good
it
idea
really
if you
does
stopped.
open up, like, I mean, you could take that thing from damn near over there, like
You're
to
pretty much to over here. Yeah, you could.
Wait,
Because if
so you can
if
take
you-
that from over there to over here?
No, you
yes,
could.
because look
No,
at it.
no, I'm
extend.
sorry. I'm just saying, be more descriptive. If I'm listening
You
to
could
you, I
take-
don't know what that
you
means.
can take that trail
could take
from
the North
from
Haven
the
Trail to the
from
How
the
many
north side
miles?
of
Like, how far
Dallas.
of a distance would you say
It's
that
like
is?
14 miles.
Okay, so we're talking about a 14-mile trail.
Yeah.
it's not,
For our listeners in India, they can think
14
what's 14
miles.
miles from where I am. Damn, that's a long
like,
trail.
What 14
Yeah.
miles is 28 kilometers or some shit, or 24
So it's a pretty good
kilometers,
distance.
or
So like yeah,
kilometer
so
conversion.
zoom out.
'Cause, yeah,
So
you
we
can
would be
see
more or
where it
less over in
connects.
this area. So
Well,
go
you can
this
see
way,
where it connects to the.
and then this is like kind of about where it stops
This is.
on the other side of Central.
Yes.
So you can see that like
that's where it
over
connects
here
to
is
the
where
White
we're
Rock
gonna
one.
be, like this area. But you can see how far from this is. It starts way over here by the ups, and then goes.
Yeah, it
I feel
literally
like-
shits out right at UPS.
I feel like bikers, bicyclists, whatever you want to call them, like there's no positive thing associated with them. Just because
No.
the only thing they
Everybody
might
hates
ever
them.
do is
Everybody hates them.
you dodge them, you honk at
Yeah.
them. Maybe we should just
And then they
outlaw
act like entitled
bicycles.
assholes.
Dude, we need to. I mean,
I don't Amsterdam health and all that
Not
is great.
outlaw
Don't
bikes.
don't eat so much.
I've never seen. It was like it's rare that like I see a motherfucker that's like riding a bicycle like in a
In
t-shirt,
casual clothes.
in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
That's like in the fucking middle.
Did
of the
you
road.
pass
It's
by and
always
he's
the
just like,
dickhead in
"Sup,
the
dude?"
banana suit with the alien helmet,
Yeah.
and the sunglasses and the fucking gut.
The
hanging over it.
entitled
It's like-
one.
Speaking of which, we were in Colorado. Not we.
Humble
Me and
brag.
him have been in Colorado,
Wow,
but
must be nice.
I went to Colorado last
been to
year.
Colorado.
Or wait, was it last year?
Must be
We
nice.
went to Colorado.
Must be nice. I hear it was nice.
Last
was,
year.
yeah, it was
Went to
like,
Colorado last year, and we were riding scooters from our hotel to the ballpark to watch baseball. Because who doesn't love baseball? It's America.
Who doesn't love
Chris, could you hand me one of the little 12s? So we were going to the ball game, and on our way we're riding these scooters, and the road is, we kind of we're working our way to the sidewalk, but for a moment we end up getting in this bike lane for a second, right? And you're gonna want to hear this, Chris. We get into this bike lane for a little bit, and there's, let's see, 3, 4. 7 or 8 of us, or about 7 or 8 males, military age males. No, I'm kidding. 7 or 8 dudes on scooters.
I love that description.
That are
a guy.
I know.
It's so
military
it's so
age.
angled, but
I know.
honestly, it is the best. It's the most important description when it comes to the border.
So you someone that could,
when it comes to the border, that's
any
the best.
country. Any country.
It's like somebody that it may or may not be a threat, but in
that's the
where they could be.
That's actually the best way to say it. But like, good job, Chris.
Yeah. So either way, it was like there was about 8 of us going down this like bike lane, and we're off to the side of it. So there was room for people to come by.
Yep.
And boy, I'd be damned if and we're trying to get up on the sidewalk, and I'd be damned if some
don't worry about that.
I'd be damned if some guy on a bicycle that, like Chris said, was wearing an 80 alien helmet with the full body suit,
clipped-in shoes,
and
clippy shoes,
and his carbon fiber
Dick
bike.
hole.
And I'd be damned if he didn't yell at us on the scooters. You better get out of the fucking bike lane. A bicyclist had the audacity to tell us to get out of the. And I'll tell you what.
So he.
I had
like
a
how
few
fast,
choice.
how fast can you pedal? Because these line scooters do 23
I had
miles
a few
an hour.
choice words for that old boy,
Yeah.
and I'm going to tell you the one choice word I had for him, which was the most enlightening and probably the most like, come on, dude, really?
with F.
But I said,
friend.
I said, friend. There's 8 of us.
Did you?
I swear, I didn't say friend, but I said there's fucking 8 of us.
That would
To
be a
the
great way
guy.
to preface any threat.
Like
friend, we're gonna get you.
So he was like rode past and he was like, "Boo, you're in the fucking bike lane," and I said, "Blah blah 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 blah," and I was like, "There's fucking 8 of us,
and we're all on scooters."
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like we will chase you down, dude.
So like the bike riders, you're a scooter gang.
Like, oh, dude, we could have just like zipped up on him. Like those things go like 20.
It's funny. You take a gang of 8 bikers riding up on their bikes. It looks like an army. Put them on scooters. It's like there's just 8 dudes.
What is dude?
Bro, have you ridden one of those fucking scooters though?
Those scooters.
Oh yeah.
We had a buddy of ours that went down hard on one. R.I.P. almost to our homie Stu. We lost a little part of Stu that night.
He died?
No, a little part of everybody died that night. No, a little part of Stu. No, Stu went down bad. I looked back and saw Caleb was like this.
Man down.
Caleb, we're in Colorado. I'm in the middle of downtown Colorado, and I look back and Caleb's like this, and I just see Stu on the ground.
How does anyone know how
Caleb saw it happen. I can't.
He ran over a pebble?
No, I couldn't tell you exactly how it happened, but it was more or less like I think he went to cut over into like back into the lane he should be in, out of the street. Yes.
But we shouldn't laugh at them.
No, but no, dude, this is great. So Stu went over. Funny. Stu went to cut over, and I think he hit the little reflector things or something. I don't know.
I wish he wouldn't hurt, but
either way, as far as I understand, Caleb was riding like this. Stu's on his left. Stu's on his left. Caleb's just riding down the road like this, and Stu's to his left, and Stu just pretty much just like falls like that to the side. Old Stud was probably moving about 13, 14 miles per hour.
You watch Always
And Big
Sunny,
Stud
right,
and
Matt?
Studs.
Yeah.
Studs?
Remember when Country Mac died?
Yeah.
The same type
Dude,
situation.
Stud's not. You know, he's not at an
Scott.
age where he should be doing those things. He's not an old guy, but it's like you can't be going down like that. You know. But no, he was in the orange for a day and a half.
Well,
so
that's what happened.
So yeah, Colorado. That was my thing about cyclists again, man. It was like, buddy, you about to take on 8 old boys on scooters, son.
Yeah,
I can't
say it, boy.
I can't wait till you become infatuated with cycling.
Oh,
in the same way that.
But if I did, I'm going to do it in blue jeans and a t-shirt.
What is that?
What?
Yeah.
That was Chris breathing.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was breathing.
It's okay.
It's too close.
We're allowed to breathe.
You're too close, man.
Yeah, but I was about to say infatuated.
There's another topic that we're going to get into, and by we, I mean Matthew. And this topic, when Matthew first told me this, at first I was like, you know what? I'm like, I didn't really know how to take it because Matthew's a regular joker. But then I heard what he had to say, And I'm
That
like,
ties into-
I'm like, at first you had my attention.
That ties into our movie
Or at first you will
recommendations.
Exactly.
That does, and it's like, but you got my attention, buddy. What? Let's
true
hear.
believer.
Let's
Have
hear
my
about
attention.
the. Take us into our
Now
next
you
topic.
have my interest.
But
That's what it was. Now you have my interest.
Yes.
Damn it.
Sadly, I
Chris
heard
finished it. Thank you.
that the Olympics just happened, and there was a new sport that was a part of it, and that sport is actually referred to as breaking, but it's breakdancing, but it's referred to as breaking. So on the NBC app or the Olympics app for us, I was able to navigate, and you can go and watch any sport that's occurred. It's pretty cool. But I'm sure there was this Australian lady who quickly became a joke.
Seen that one.
What? You haven't?
I
He
have
has
seen
seen that
that.
It
one.
quickly became a joke.
Everybody I feel
because
like has seen that.
She was able to get there and represent a country, and I remember laughing the first time and then thinking, I feel bad, but then I realized, like, it's funny. She's a PhD. She has a doctorate. She's studying hip hop,
yes.
and she was literally just got into this like within the last 8 years.
Yes.
So
Wait, no. You said in the last
maybe 10 years, maybe
10.
Like, this hit.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
a
30. Chris is trying to wrap his head around.
She's a 36-year-old
He's
lady
trying
who
to
got into it as an adult.
But what we saw there.
He's trying to understand how much work he has to do to be able to get to
What,
that
dude?
level.
You can ask
You
my
gotta get
wife
8 years of
that
work to
I'm
get to
literally. I'm about to. No, I couldn't compete with these dudes.
No,
But
I know
feel like
that.
there's a
I know
plus
that.
40 bracket. I want to
think
get
you
into this.
compete with the women?
But that what she went out there and did.
Did you
8 years?
You haven't watched, and that's the
Go
thing.
sharpen your
Nobody
sword,
sat
Chris.
there and watched her full performances. She actually did some impressive stuff for somebody. They just saw her running in circles and making funny videos. Do you want me to pull up her full? She
Pull up
actually
her
did.
full shit, bro.
She actually did like things that are okay. Like, it takes a lot of
I
work.
want to see. I want to see.
Well, I
her
won't
whole
be able to
fucking
freaking
routine.
show it here.
We want to see it.
Oh,
but
yeah,
but
we'll get fucking dick slap. You get your pee slapped.
I mean, I can show it, but I'm just letting you know.
No, yeah,
She's worked. It's funny that part of the performance was hilarious.
that's what stuck out.
But she actually had to do. There's a whole round robin. She
And she
actually
did
did
okay.
things for 36-year-old, and she just was from Australia, Oceania, to where she was able to represent her country. And like I said, she's a PhD doing like hip hop studies.
How
was
do you
able
know
to
that she's not a PhD doing a human behavioral study?
It's all the same. No, she gets to be a part of it. She gets to be participate.
That I could go out to
But
the
I'm
Olympics
going
and
down either way. So I feel like that's sadly a lot of people probably just look at that and think about the breakdancing.
I am a fucking troglodyte.
But
let's get that out of the way. So
in person, if you've ever seen a person breakdancing or breaking in person,
this shit is
it's
impressive as
incredibly impressive. Like if
Yeah.
you've ever actually seen one, you're like, "Dang, that looks
Like
cool."
Beat Boy.
somebody
I
that
wish
can
I could do that.
actually
That's
do,
insane.
like a windmill and shit like
Yeah,
that. Like
just really cool stuff. So it's
Brian
like
and
actually
RZ in them and like
yes,
yeah.
but okay. So and they have breaking competitions that go on.
Yes.
And it's evolved, and so there's a whole subculture that exists around it, and I didn't realize the extent of because on the Olympics they brought it in. The participants were allowed to use their own handle or breaker name. It's the only event where a person was able to have their breaker. It's like a gamer tag. They're known as this. So all these participants are able to have that be what they were represented as.
Mikey has the same question as me.
No, not the same question as you. I just wanted to just in case you haven't already said. I'm sorry if you have. Keep what you're thinking. Is this not? This is the first and only year this is being done.
Yeah, and I just found that out earlier that before the event even occurred, that it was already decided for the next Olympics in, I guess, the States or whatever, that breaking wasn't going to be a part of it. So I don't. It's a weird thing, yeah. So it's not like it even occurred for them to react to.
Yeah.
They made the decision before it even happened. So I don't even know but I'm just glad it happened because I was just talking about how different it is. And people, at first I thought it was like, what? It seems out of place, but you can't deny and I'll show some clips, what the athleticism that these people are doing. I was sit there and I was watching the pommel horse guy earlier, and I was like, this looks like a joke compared to what these guys can do. Like, it looks like any one of these guys could do the pommel horse. Yes, where they're sitting there and just moving around, and then they try and stick a landing. Like,
Dude, the pommel horse is legit.
I'm about to show some clips.
No,
and
I
I'm
know.
sure
Let's see 'em. Let's see 'em.
I'm sure
what
you've
you're talking
seen
about.
amazing breakdancing, but but
Let's see
before I
what
show
Olympic-
clips,
let's see
what they did
Olympic
though
level breakdancing.
is take a subculture and literally they tried to maintain the elements of that, so they let them keep their handle. Which
Yeah,
at first
yeah,
I was
the
like,
breaker
that makes
names and
sense
stuff. Yeah,
because that's
no,
how they
yeah.
compete. That's like part of it all.
As their
And-
persona.
and
It's,
like I
it's,
said,
it's like a
cool.
it's like a wrestler. It's
Yes.
you have your no,
it's like and they call
they're allowing
they call them battles.
Yeah, they're allowing something that's technically it's not like you said. It's a subculture. It'd be like allowing hacky sack or beatboxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you'd
it's
have to let them.
like these people compete globally.
Yeah,
exactly. They compete globally.
And
in
Slater
other
here,
ways.
he's about to go for a full hack, but he's got to rip a
He's
bowl
going-
first.
He's like, we've allowed
Yeah.
disc golf. It's
So,
like,
yeah.
so you have to allow Grateful
No,
Dead
but-
and weed
No,
smoke.
but I'm just
you're
trying
making
to
points. You're making
so they've-
points. I'm picking
so
it
they've
up.
captured. You're getting to see a subculture represented, like taking its important elements, and then the way it's judged, which a lot of people are unaware of. They don't know what music's could be playing, so it's
okay.
and they call it's a one like every I guess event is like a one-on-one that they have to win to advance to keep
A
advancing,
head-to-head.
and so it's like a boxing match in that way, but they call them battles, and I feel like
it's a
I feel
battle.
like
Oh,
it's
it
rap
is.
battles, but the closest thing I could it's literally a dancing version of freestyling rap battles. They call them battles. They call a term that they use for their moves is vocabulary. It's like so literally like their moves is like, oh man, he's got some deep vocab. That means he's got a depth of moves that he can do. So I'm saying that it's literally like freestyling because everything's improvised. If they repeat moves, it counts against them, and it's like, oh man, yeah, it's cool. He just did that. So throughout this whole thing, and it's like I said, they don't know the music, and them actually interplaying with the music is a key component to doing well. So they're literally freestyling, and the whole element of having them fight or battle someone else, it makes the energy real. It's like you see them go, and you get 3 turns, or it starts 2 and 3 rounds. You know that they go, that dude did some cool stuff. I'm like, all right, I gotta do better than that. Okay, then they see him like, okay. And that gets you going. So there's an energy it's capturing like no other event. It's literally capturing something like no other, other than boxing. But even then, I'm almost what?
No, go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's capturing something that's so unique. But it's like I said, it's like a freestyle rap battle, but dancing and with the athleticism and stuff that they do to outdo each other. But knowing that it's easy to say that they just had a break dance and they just took turns and then they were ranked. But no, adding the stakes of I'm battling somebody, that's gonna bring out the best in somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna push them to a level they wouldn't have gotten to just like going sequentially. You know what I mean?
And also too,
and it's real
like,
time.
and it's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to talk about it like in a competition type thing, where it's like maybe you have these moves or these tricks in your bag, like to relate it to like fighting and stuff like that, where it's like the way the UFC used to be, where they may have to fight 3 to 5 people in a night.
That's the thing.
So
this all
like
happened in a day, so it's a marathon.
Well, and so things that, it's like you may have some move or some whatever that it's like, do I need to expose that fucking technique like this?
But here it's like they have to be mindful because they don't want to do it again. They can't do it again.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
they'll
so
get punished.
it's like, so what is the opponent done? It's like, oh, well, I could just do this, this, and this. And
yes.
It's more technical than that, and I'm not breaking into my extremely technical shit.
Yes.
And you're saving that for later on. And
You
so
see the
it's
beating
that
fighting,
chess match
yes.
of...
Did you
I get what
ever?
you're saying.
Did you ever see the show? No, and this isn't meant to kind of diminish it, but this almost makes me. I never even thought of it like this, but I know this is almost as pretty much how breakdance stuff works. I think is where it's head-to-head stuff normally. I think in competitions. I think.
Yeah, it is.
But I was gonna say, have you ever heard of? Do you remember the show? I know Brandon Jones probably gonna know of
smell
it.
a joke.
Dance 360. Do you remember that show? It came on
UPN.
UPN.
Yeah, was that the name of the game or the name of the show?
There was a dude.
I remember there's a show.
No, Dance 360 was like, it's almost like you could just show up, but yeah, they would have dance battles and somebody could win at the end of the night or whatever. It's like you would dance battle against each other.
Yeah.
And I actually worked with a dude that was on that show at one point.
That's pretty cool.
That was interesting, but you just literally made me think of an old show I hadn't thought of in so long, and that's Dance 360.
Yeah.
And but it literally was, it's pretty much what you're describing, where it was like head to head.
Yeah, and so I just want to show some clips.
Yeah, show clips.
The guy that ended up winning was this Canadian dude, and his name was Phil Wizard. That's like the name he picked.
Phil Wizard.
And dude, I want like because everyone has they judged on 5 categories. There's like musicality, originality, technique, execution, and vocabulary. Vocabulary. So it's like the depth of your moves, how well you execute them, how original you still are, how well you interplay with the music, and then just how well you execute all those things, right? So it's...
I think that maybe next Olympics, I can enter the pistol shooting competition. Because I'm not bad. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you have to do
it's
to,
a good, like,
That's
I
the
don't...
lead. That's the
I'd
lead,
like
the
to,
Turkish.
I'd like to think that there are other women that were better than her that could have represented Australia. I don't know how that happened, but...
And that's another thing, though. The Turkish guy, have you seen that guy, the Turkish pistol shooter everybody's been talking about?
He was like 40 and just started...
He was just like shooting like no protective glasses or anything, just shooting.
He wasn't doing it his whole life.
Yeah, and he won silver.
Yeah.
And didn't even win gold, and nobody's talking about who won gold. So that's kind of a funny thing, too, that it's like the same way that this girl went out there and didn't do...
His story is cool.
Nobody's talking about the girl who won gold. Everybody's talking about the Australian chick.
Yeah.
So on one hand, it's like the thing of like maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe she did so bad, but at the end of the day, everybody's talking about her, and it's the first time and only time that breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics.
And I just hope that people don't think breakdancing's a joke, because that's literally all they are exposed to.
And that's how I feel about the Insane Clown Posse.
Good, as you should.
Now we've come full circle.
No. We take a quick break, and then we probably come back and wreck it up or something. No.
I'm down to keep going, dude.
All right, we'll see.
Let's go to Waffle House, get some food, and come back.
Events.
Yeah, we haven't talked about.
They had a skateboarding this year.
I'm pretty sure it's been there at least a couple.
I don't,
every other one. Yeah, so this is how to get a teenager to run away from home by Martin A. Ragaway.
How did you stumble across this?
And this book was written in 1980.
Al Ray had a friend who died and gave us a box of books.
Now I'm all
and this was in there.
Now I'm all
This was in a box of books Al Ray gave to my
your
wife.
Neighbor.
Because from like some friend who died.
Al Ray is your neighbor, and he had a friend who passed, and this is one of their books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is the second printing of this book in 1980.
So there was enough buzz around this book to get a second
I feel like they
edition.
just took a prank book and stuck a different cover on it.
Everybody just beware. Anything I may or may not read out of here
This is
from
this is 1980 culture, right?
But it says second printing.
Yeah, it's the second printing of it.
So there was enough buzz around it. We didn't print enough copies the first time.
So we'll read some. So this is...
Okay, so here's one, which is kind of interesting.
They didn't age well. I'm saying 1980. It's interesting to see. And this is parents, supposedly jokingly ways to get the kids to move out. But these...
Leave scraps of soap in her bathroom so when she washes her face, she'll swallow it. Like
some cruel stuff.
Get a mother-daughter outfit and follow her wherever she goes.
Okay, that's just...
remodel the kitchen on Halloween. Suggest that she go trick or treating as is. At the bottom it says give him a gift certificate for a vasectomy.
Flip around. Like, wait till you see one that's almost shocking, because
I'll wait.
It's interesting to see the pace that Mikey reads.
No, I'm reading the other page, and it was like
There's
this
like
one was
2
like kind of
sentences per
longer.
page.
No, this one was kind of longer, so I was
good.
like,
oh, it's longer.
I was like, no, I don't like that one.
I am not a strong reader. Or it's like I read.
Walk around the house naked. That's a simple one. Yeah, I don't think like. I don't know about moving out. I did get the fuck out of there. For sure
I think there's some in there that would be hurting or potentially seriously injuring or killing them.
It says, tell him you've made an appointment with all his. Tell him you've made appointments for conferences with all his teachers. Replace his bed with a bunk hammock.
You want me to get to some of the juicy stuff? Or
Put a vending machine in his room, but keep no change around the house. Tie knots in his dental floss. Yeah, this could be a bad one. Tie knots in his dental floss.
Okay, my God! You pull your fucking tooth out.
Yeah, okay.
Start borrowing her pantyhose. Offer to pay her if she'll give you whining lessons. Offer to pay her if she'll give you whining lessons.
Whining.
Yeah, I mean, if you
okay,
yeah,
something stood out to me.
I'm obviously not going at the pace for Matthew's liking, or finding the ones that are funny enough that I heard about that are so the bad ones.
Yep, it's cruel. I'm sorry. Hang a dead albatross from his shower rod.
What an albatross?
Yeah,
that's a big bird.
Tell her that she's not adopted. Oh yeah. Like talking about pouring water on the mother sleeping. There's one about giving them a sex change.
It's funny the pace
Make an
that other
appointment
people read at
to get a
sometimes.
sex change.
People read at such a pace sometimes it makes you wonder.
I know, it does make you wonder. Who said that?
It just makes you
It
wonder.
Sounds like
Sometimes you're like, I don't
know
know if this guy's reading or not.
He was like, you're just looking at the pages really intently.
I don't know if he is.
Trying to get a picture.
No,
to
he's
appear.
getting. I don't know if he.
Yep, no, we're getting there.
No, he needs me to get to the.
Look at that! I've walked a mile in your shoes.
You need me to get to the funny stuff?
I walked a mile in your shoes. Does that feel
You've
good?
read the book. Matthew wrote it.
I just know, lead him to believe that he's made a
wrote this
reservation in
book
Stockholm
in
for a sex
1980.
change operation.
In Stockholm?
Okay, that's a good. The tying floss.
No.
Did we just lose?
Tying knots in the dental.
No, we're still good.
Is that my foot or was that something else?
Either way, it's absurd, and I'll apologize.
You apologize?
I'm sorry for insulting.
Oh, it's okay. You didn't insult me. What is going on? There's something. Did you?
No, I
Oh, he
plugged
touched it
that
again.
shit.
Back in.
No, back in because there was some
was
shit
like
down here
unplugged.
that was almost unplugged.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. It's a ridiculous, absurd book. Didn't age well. But we were given it by our neighbor who came across it because someone died.
Let me see that book.
And now I'm going to show you a trailer for a movie from 1994 called Serial Mom.
Okay.
Which I was aware of, but I never watched because it came out. It's a John Waters film who does done a lot of weird stuff. But Netflix had it recently, and my wife watched it. And she's like, "Oh, Matt, I think Matthew would like this." And I'm like, "Actually, yeah, that she was right. It was a movie. It was a movie. Like I didn't. If I go back and think of all the movies that came out when I was young that I haven't seen, this is like one that just I completely even forgot about. But the satire is so amazingly biting and strong. Like it's hilarious.
What his or her special hobby is and get interested in it.
That would drive somebody insane.
Life doesn't have to be ugly. Look at the birds out there. Listen to their call. Wee, wee.
This is the story of Beverly Sutphin,
Scrambled eggs, anybody?
a devoted mother,
I'm so happy I could chip.
It gets
that's Homeboy.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard,
loving wife.
Sam Waterston,
Oh, yep, dude from Law and
whatever.
Order.
It's so over the top, like satire. You can just tell from the trailer.
No,
like
I
it's
can- yeah,
trying to
I'll-
be so cheesy.
Oh, kids, are you doing your homework?
How did America's #1 mom turn into one of America's most wanted? Is she really guilty?
Are you a serial killer? Chip, the only cereal I know anything about is Rice Krispies.
Is she the only one with a motive? Believe that
It's like so self-aware. It's really freaking good, man.
Or is there someone else?
Ricky
Like
Lake.
Twin Peaks in a sense, like in the
Yes,
sense of being
a bit more
self-aware of it being
And
intentional.
if John Waters stuff, yeah.
Boyfriend.
This is probably like one of his most tame things.
This small Baltimore suburb
Deduct withholding tax from her allowance.
keeps getting smaller and smaller.
It's been a crazy day, hasn't it?
Savoy Pictures asks the burning question:
Is your wife mental?
Is Beverly Sutphin just a sweet suburban housewife?
I don't know what it is about today, but I feel great. Cookie?
Or is she Serial Mom?
Cool.
Is she in a band?
Kathleen Turner, Sam Waterston, and Ricky Lake. Serial
It's
Mom.
like a movie that's
Every
so
woman wants to be wanted.
It's so absurd.
Just not for
intentionally.
Murder
It's
One.
great.
Beverly, I've read all about this. Is it menopause?
Oh, good God, men! Please do not say that to your woman at any point.
Yeah,
Is
highly
it
recommend
menopause?
this movie.
That's awesome. No, it looks like a good movie.
Yeah, like this John Waters, but it's like probably one of his most accessible films.
John Waters. What else?
He's done a
What
few.
else
Actually
has he done?
Actually, he has done other accessible features. I was just thinking Pink Flamingo, which was like really freaking weird. But it's like one of his earlier films. I think he did Jawbreaker.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
got the weird little
remember
mustache.
Jawbreaker. Oh,
this
yes,
guy.
yes.
Paint a target on his favorite T-shirt.
Yeah, John Waters. Let's see. Hairspray, Dirty Shame, Cecil B. Demented, Pecker, See Your Mom, Crybaby Hair. Yeah. We did Hairspray twice? Interesting. That's an interesting fun fact.
He did it twice?
Yeah. In 1988, and then almost 20 years later.
Huh. That is weird.
That's crazy. Like, what's the director who's directed the same movie twice?
That is interesting.
Dude, that is what you call a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. That's a 5-slice fun fact.
Mikey.
Wait, what's the fun fact? I was reading the book.
That this guy that directed that movie also directed Hairspray twice.
No shit.
He did direct it in 1988, and then
So he made John Travolta dress up like an overweight woman.
Okay, is there anything? I've heard of some crazy shit. Do you know of crazy things that have actually like been confirmed to have happened on sets, like while filming? Of course, like.
So let me tell
aside
you something about
aside
Alec
from
Baldwin
the Crow,
that's gonna blow your fucking mind.
I was gonna say aside from like the Crow and stuff like that, like the things in Wizard of Oz, like the person hanging themselves in the background or whatever, the extra,
or the Tin Man. Like he
What-
had a
what was
the
the
Tin
move?
Man had a really bad reaction to the like
paint?
grease paint or something they would put on to where it was like it would make his fucking skin bleed or something. I believe.
Oh yeah, that sounds.
There was
kinda
some
familiar, too.
shit like that where it was. Like,
I just knew there was a
I think it was
weird-
him.
I know, but it was
There
about the
was
guy
all
who used to
kinds
go
of
out and
crazy
get
shit.
drunk.
The
He was like
snow.
a smaller role. This guy that would go out and get wasted every night.
Well, the snow was
like
asbestos.
asbestos. Yeah.
Yeah, the snow in the scene where it started snowing, it was
Yeah.
fucking asbestos.
That's crazy.
I remember. Well, the reason I ask is because I remember when I was a kid, that was one of the things that really freaked
And, like,
me out.
Judy
Was on.
Garland,
We were
like,
on.
She was all fucked up after that.
We were on E-Bombs World, and I know I
Oh,
should have.
E-Bombs World.
I should have and could have
Man,
done
that was
more
the early-
investigating.
that was the-
This
that was
just
the
now hit me though.
more-
It's like one of the things that I'm just now like remembering. But was that whole thing that all of the stuff surrounding Wizard of Oz? You know, all of the, people claiming that like the guy hung himself in the background or whatever, the extra,
Yeah.
or one of the guys that worked on the movie. And I think that was actually confirmed that happened. Can you look that up? Can you pull that
Yeah,
up,
which
Jamie?
thing?
Wizard of Oz? Did a guy hang himself on Wizard of Oz, or is that bullshit? Is that something else?
I know what you're talking about. It's in the
I
back.
wanna-
It's in the
yeah,
background because
it's
I've
weird.
seen it.
Yeah, it's a Munchkin suicide, or is it bullshit?
I don't know. I
It
swear
was
we had a
actually just
copy of it. And I
bird.
remember watching it.
No, I remember watching it too, and it looks like somebody.
I don't know,
hanging
like,
himself,
it-
but they
it was
claim
something
it was a
else
bird. They
was
claimed it was a
happening in the
bird.
background.
Because I saw that brief part, and I remember that they claimed that it was just a bird.
I just remember watching a part where someone it's like they jump off, like they step off something. It's like so far in the background when they're like walking across to
Off
go
to
on
the
the
left.
road.
Mhm.
It's like way
You
like
can
it
find
kind
the
of blew.
video.
You'd think it'd be
Go to
front and
YouTube.
center.
Right there. That was it. Original hanging Munchkin scene. Kurt, you hand me one of those little 12 ounces? Isn't there one left? Yeah.
Oh, so they're showing that in the background. That's what they're talking about. I'm thinking of a different thing. I'm thinking of a different thing though.
Yeah, you see him back there though?
What's he showing me?
A heart. Like your heart.
Oh, that's crazy.
That unravels. It's like a giant
Da
muscle.
Vinci
The the Hanging I remember is different from. I remember watching something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it's like someone steps off.
So just look up weird things to have happened on the set of.
Well, that's what
Wizard of Oz.
what
Then. Okay. Because I know about like the ghost in there was that Patrick Swayze movie. There was a ghost like that popped
like,
up.
Oh yeah, I can see you. He's like, what's up?
I think it might not have been Patrick Swayze. I could have been wrong. I think it was.
I was about to. That'd be too on the nose.
Because they had the movie Ghost. Yeah, no, I know.
Because that was the one.
But I think there was a little boy though.
What I remember is like in the background, like somebody like step like
the rest.
Yikes,
I don't need. No, I've been mashing them, dude. Me and Matt have been eating them. Just have the rest.
I only want them.
Dude, I don't want them. I don't.
Man.
I just wanted to try a couple.
I got them.
Okay, there we go. Can you see?
Right there. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah, where he just swings.
Yes. That's what I remember.
See, that's
that movie was so fucking trippy though, man. I remember how much like as a kid it used to scare the shit out of me when the Wicked Witch would come.
The Wicked
or like
Witch.
the fucking monkeys, like the
I'm
flying
second-
monkeys
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah.
And then you look back at like pictures of like Halloween in
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking 1930s and shit like that.
That's
And
when
it's
people
like,
died on set.
that shit is so much more horrifying than
Yeah.
anything.
Like 3 pilots died.
Oh,
while
the
filming
old
Hell's
school
Angels.
heart, like the
Old,
old
like,
school
Halloween.
masks.
Old like
the
Halloween,
masks they
where it
made.
was like they just go trick or treat. It'd just be like a sack, like, looking like
Yeah.
a fucking stranger,
Looking like
or
Zodiac
something.
killer or some
yeah,
shit.
just
Yeah.
like a sackcloth bag
Like
over
paper
their head
mache
with,
mask.
like, holes cut out of it. And
Well, and he-
fucking
oh,
No,
rope.
those
It's
do
pretty
the old
freaky.
school. Those do look terrifying.
These are people died.
Oh shit.
Cinematographer, best known for the Blair Witch Project, also he died in a plane crash shooting aerial footage for the film Crossbones. 4 of the people escaped from the wreckage after the plane failed, but he was stuck under his harness and drowned.
That's
creepy.
That's
I know.
awful. Yep.
It's
I
true.
know. Yep.
On the last day of filming for
know
Twilight Zone, the
somebody that
movie, they
died
were
like
shooting a
that.
Vietnam War battle scene where actor Vic Morrow, 53, and child actors Renee Chen and Mai Din Lee, who were 6 and 7, ran from a pursuing helicopter. The helicopter lost control and crashed into the 3 actors, killing them. I remember that movie, the Twilight Zone movie.
So something. This is off topic. Not that we're on any kind of specific topic, but this is something you've mentioned to me in just our talking and our conversations. Gummo.
Oh yes,
the dude.
That
who,
rabbit
the dude
stinks like
Harmony Korine.
Harmony Korine.
Yes, I've sent you many things on him.
Gummo.
Have you seen? Do you know about? I guess then about his whenever he was filming the thing that he never like released when he got sent, or like people that he was filming with got sent to jail, or he got sent to jail or prison over it or whatever because they were intentionally going out like trying to start fights with people.
I believe it.
They were like he was filming something where he would go out and intentionally start a fight, and one of the parameters was it was like the guy had to be bigger than him. Like he could never go pick a fight with somebody smaller. He had to go pick a fight with somebody bigger. Yeah, just type in fighting movie.
I don't know that I ever watched Gummo all the way through, but every time I think of Gummo, I think of the movie Belly.
Yeah.
With DMX.
Fight
when
Harm
they're
is
all
an
sitting
abandoned
in-
priorities. Fight Harm is an abandoned project by Harmony Korine from 1999. The premise was to verbally provoke passersby in a fight. The rules were Korine couldn't throw the first, so he was participating. He couldn't throw the first punch, and the person confronted had to be bigger than him.
Yes.
To Korine, Fight Harm was a high comedy reminiscent of Buster Keaton. I wanted to push humor to extreme limits to demonstrate there's a tragic component in everything. I can honestly get behind this idea.
But
More
he
than
did-
in almost all of his other stuff.
But he did, again, it all got scrapped because somebody like went to jail over it and all this shit. And either way, like he didn't.
got his ass beat.
Oh, he did. I'm sure he did.
All
'cause he had to
17
pick-
minutes of the film are in storage that he has, with one screenshot surfacing.
Yeah.
I guess that's
That
it.
motherfucker got his ass stomped the fuck out for real.
It's more like a social
cut,
experiment than anything.
Cut.
But then to call it comedy, but I can honestly I respect that idea more than anything else that he's done.
Yeah, so I just figured I didn't know if you had heard of that.
No, it's
So
cool. I appreciate that.
Shout out Caleb for
cinematography. David Blaine.
Cut. It's like
yes, I was gonna say that was the other thing about it. David Blaine. David Blaine was the
Tropic
cinematographer on that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's your favorite scene.
Is that
in
not
Tropic
wild?
Thunder when they're dunking him? He's like, cut.
Yeah.
Cut. He's
Yeah.
just getting his ass beat.
He still-
by like
he still
some
thinks it's a movie.
gorilla motherfucker, just
It-
like a big ooh.
No, he's like getting
Cut.
dunked in the water.
No,
and he's
I'm
like
saying
his head's
this
going
guy,
underneath.
though,
Oh yeah,
this
yeah.
guy is that same energy as Ben Stiller in that scene.
Yeah.
where he's like, cut.
Nah, yeah, Harmony Korine. He's absurd, but hey, he's managed to do something, so good for him.
Oh man,
Good for him, Mikey.
he kind of looks like Tommy Hinchcliffe.
So, what else you got?
We can wrap it up.
No, I mean, if there's anything else you wanted to say.
I mean, not at this particular moment. I didn't necessarily have something else loaded up, but I can load something else up. You know, it only takes
No. I mean,
for my brain. To
I think
find
we have
something.
enough content.
Enough.
I've
There
already
can never
talked
be
about
enough.
that. We'll have to save LLMs.
I
And
feel like let me
foiling and AI for another
let me-
time.
I need to think about
Or my
was any relevant.
my friend my new friends that have found me.
Yes, we need to talk about them at some point.
Yep.
I was just trying to think about.
I think AI bots are impersonating humans.
AI bots are advancing.
and I'm just saying. I think
We
that,
have
I
reason
think
to
that
believe.
if you've received a random text message from somebody asking for somebody, and it's not you're like, who is this?
Like this. So hold on, I got one right here for
He
you.
did.
I got one the other day that
Okay.
was like, it was a weird one.
You're like,
It
is
was
this so and so or?
I didn't respond to it, like, but it was one that like
I
it's a
told him
number
about
I
what
didn't
you said.
recognize, an area code I didn't recognize.
But it was a text
That's
saying, "You gotta be shitting me."
No.
Anna.
Who's Anna?
Anna is the name of the friend that the one bot asked me. I'm not even shitting you.
What?
That's the text I got.
That's who she was trying to reach was Anna.
Okay, well that's the text I got the other day.
I'm about to pull it up.
Dude, let's
Well, either
get
way,
right into
like,
that.
that's the
Let's
text
go
and
into
that's
it. Come
the-
on. Well, I guess our
Well, I didn't
content found us.
because I don't. It's like if
I guess
don't
it found
know,
us.
No.
Well, Google the number.
I know. I'm pretty sure I remember Googling it. No,
Well, is it the same? Is it the same number?
I mean, it might not be.
Well, do you
Honestly,
have
I
the-
would
do you
hope
have it
it's
saved?
different.
Do
I'm
you
about
have
to
it
pull it
saved on
up.
your
I'm
phone?
about to pull it up. Dude. Dude. Clear random text person. That's how it started. Long time no see. Here's my new number. Who's this? I'm Clear. How are you? It's me. I'm sorry. Are you Anna, right?
Holy shit.
This was an 850. So it makes
you know
sense
why,
that they're
though?
using different area codes.
But you know why though?
You need to respond.
I don't think I do.
Actually, no, you don't. It's
No.
fine. You don't have to be
But,
part of it.
Well, no, but you know what part of it is though too? Why it may be hitting me up is because remember years ago when I lost
Yeah,
my
Matt's sharing.
iPhone,
Yeah.
and so you gave me your old Samsung. You had cleared it
Yeah.
out, but like one of the few things it does is like when I go to log into email,
Yeah.
it autofills. Like
No, you told me
your
about
email
this, which is
or
crazy.
whatever. And so no, that's what I'm saying, is that I wonder because it'll still do it with this phone.
Come on.
Even though because it was like I had iPhones all the way up until I got the Android from you.
So you think because
And
they
then-
somehow associated
and
with me
so
still?
it could be that somehow that number is or not the number, but because of the device. And
Yeah,
shit like
and
that.
honestly,
But
that
either
it-
way,
it-
it's
yeah.
still. But either way,
Do you want
it
me?
is
Do you want me to
still-
go through like? And the thing is, I was just curious.
So what did you?
I just said, "Who is this?" Because I didn't know them. I'm Clear. How are you? And then they sent a picture of them eating something. It's me. Sorry.
That's
Are you
poop.
Anna, right? I'm. Hi, Clear. Sorry, you have the wrong number. Might I ask how you got this number? I'm sorry. Maybe I added the wrong number. I hope you don't mind me. Your beautiful day. Whatever hands. I'm so sorry. Maybe my friend gave me a wrong number, and I hope you don't mind. No worries. Just odd. This is the second time because something happened like this to me on
the last
with
24 hours.
Yeah. Have we met before? Is what they asked.
Wait, what's it say? Oh, okay. This is Claire.
This is them. Yeah.
Okay. No.
I added that to it.
I thought it said Chris and Brandon
No.
text this person.
They said, have we met before? What country are you in? I live in New York. Maybe I know your name. No, I'm sorry I don't know anyone from New York. Have a good day. Thanks for your time. Are you human? Why you said like that? You mean I am a robot? Could be. Haha. In fact, I really am sorry to bother you. No worries. Have a good day. I just looking for my friend, but she gave me a wrong number. That's why I contacted you. Thanks for kind word. All good. I hope you find them. Then I plug our YouTube channel, of course. My name's Claire. That's the main reason. You're so interesting. Where are you from? Either way. So, and then they kept talking to me, and then they're like, well, can you contact me on my Telegram? Can you text me there?
Again, that's interesting to me because it's
to somehow Telegram, because both of them.
That's interesting to me because there's something.
Secure.
I feel you say that, but there's some reason I feel like they want you to contact you on there. Like,
no,
I don't
there
know
is.
What it is.
No, there is. I agree with you completely.
I don't know what it is. The reason could be it's that it wants to be. It's gaining something.
I agree with you. I think it's able to function better. Like, and I don't know if it got smarter. All the spelling mistakes and all the weird grammatical errors. Those have stopped on Telegram.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's more refined and it doesn't have to fake a number or ghost a number.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something goofy.
Spoof it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's spoofing a number, but
well, like Google, shit here. Like, I mean.
But this was yesterday. Good morning. I hope you slept well. It is time for a new day? ? Have a great weekend with warmth, love, and sunshine.
Can you Google that number? See what it.
This reminds me of the first time I got called by this number.
What was it? 339? 339-7418.
So since I have a business and I get called for work all the time, I have to answer. Doesn't match. I have to answer my phone regularly.
Is it 236-339-7418?
236-339-7418.
Yeah.
Put 1 in front of it. Nothing. What if you put the dashes? Like, yeah, I was going to say. Usually when I put them in, I put it
Reverse.
in. Yeah, reverse phone lookup.
You're gonna have to pay something.
Not always. There's been time. I found out some nice shit off fucking reverse number lookup.
Yeah. So either way.
All right. Yeah.
But
that's a number that's not. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I bet I don't know how many people, but if it's the same thing, and supposedly Anna was a friend from high school. Because I started talking to her, and I don't know if anyone else is interacting with this.
Yeah, where it's
number.
Like trying to where you feel like what it's trying to do is learn. You feel like it's.
I feel like
it's out to talk to people,
and
it
could be in my mind. I would think it's intentionally deployed by people who are trying to train a next level of AI to get more data.
It's not necessarily that they're trying to get something from you.
No, because I was thinking scam.
They're trying to backdoor get you to train this thing just through a random text
conversation of the human. I think
like,
so.
Hey, you have the wrong phone.
I think they want to train these AI to be better interacting with humans by having them interact with people and them not know that it's AI.
Wrong number. Because who's more friendly than people when it's a wrong number?
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, is Josh there? It's like, Josh, no. What number did you dial? Cat Williams has a whole bit about that where he was like, you call white people on their phone, he was like, well, hold on, let's figure this out. It'd be 2:30 in the morning. He was like,
how long ago did you see that
36?
text though?
Huh?
How long ago did you receive that text?
Like a couple days ago. Like Monday, or not Monday.
If you receive one, will you respond to it?
I didn't, bro. Yeah. I don't respond to any texts.
I'm just saying, like,
Friday, August 9th.
Would you object to me
8
giving
Friday,
them? No, you want. I could be like, hey, you should hit up my friend Mikey, or if you make a Telegram account or something, he might know your friend Anna. I don't know. I'm just curious to see what this.
It was Friday at 8
but
p.m.
Friday. So that's
8 p.m.
That was freaking 2 days ago.
Friday at 8 p.m.
Because I
But
feel like
I'm
the
the type,
number
too,
thing is
that
almost
it's like,
irrelevant.
I
Like whatever privacy thing, like it's a number. I don't even know that matters. But
You know what's funny?
and I'm gonna have to do a short and a signal flare. Did you find one?
No, because like I get there's times I miss texts from customers. I miss texts from people that I know, and because I do get a decent amount, because then I also get spam shit here and there, right?
Yeah.
So I looked up. I just typed in Anna in my phone,
Okay.
like in my message,
Yeah,
because if
and
you go
it'll
to your
just
messages,
search.
and it'll
It's
search
very
anything.
smart.
So I typed Anna, and it says, "Hi, I'm Anna, a recruiter. We need a team of part-time assistants. Work online hours, flexible. Can you work from home safe without restrictions? Salaries range from 200 to 1,200, 280 a day." That's Anna,
So
some
Anna.
recruiter. That's a said, "Hi, I'm Anna," and it's a recruiter. Let me see. I think because I've also got something from some insurance thing hitting me up too. And I
Yeah.
want to say,
I'd say because at first, of course, I was thinking scam. There's nothing I'm gonna do to give them anything. So
and wait,
I'm just
when
trying
did
to
you say
interact
you
with
got
them.
that, Chris?
Me?
Yeah.
Friday.
You got it on Friday at what time?
8 p.m.
I got this on Friday at 7:34 in the morning. And Anna, it said, "Hi, I'm Anna."
I'm telling you, man, they're
and you got something
because if
saying,
you're
"I'm
into
looking
AI and
for Anna."
LLMs, they're running out of data to train them on.
Mine was just a text message like to somebody that where it's like, "Hey Anna, we're having Korean barbecue tonight. Can you make it over?" And so it would have been like Matthews, like, "Hey, I think you have the wrong number. You just texted."
Yeah,
You
and that's
texted
perfect
looking-
bait.
You texted looking for Anna.
You
I'm
texted
not
them
Anna.
like you're someone you're personal with, and
Well,
you say
and if
something
you
like
make
one
it-
of them was, "Hey," I'm like, "Who is
Well, and
this?"
if you make it, especially like that one, you know,
Yeah.
it's like if you're a good person,
You're gonna respond
which
to that.
I'm not, you know.
No, but at the same
necessarily-
time, it's smart not because
but
a
it
lot of
is scamming
people
and,
get
like, phishing
scammed and
stuff,
screwed over.
But
Yeah,
like either way, it's like that message right there is the type of message you want to respond to because it's like, oh, this
it seems
person's
human and genuine.
well, this person is having an event and they meant to text their friend.
I should let
and
them
they
know this
invited
isn't their
them that,
friend.
Like, hey, I don't want your friend to not be there. So, like, let me respond and be like, hey, I don't know what number you thought you texted, but this is not Anna. And it's like, hey, what's up, friend? I'm new here. It's like,
Yeah, but
what?
I did intentionally. I mean, I don't know if they would have stopped. Just because I was willing to engage because I was already trying to figure
You
it
were
out.
on that level.
I was already thinking this is not a person.
It's some type of scam somehow.
I don't say it's a scam at this point. It could be though.
Not
It could be though
necessarily,
because
yeah.
the best scams are long ones where they
Remember-
get you to believe
Well,
that
'cause
they're
right here, even
you build
like-
relationships over
Matthew was
time.
actually one of the first people to ever be hit up by a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, and almost give them money. Yeah, many. They're so.
That
It was like I felt like it was years before I heard about it blowing up.
It was.
It was
'Cause
so
I
early.
remember you calling me and telling me about it and being like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, it was
no,
so
the Nigerian prince
ahead of
scam.
hearing
That was
about
back
it.
when the computer was in the laundry room. Like,
No, but it was so far back in the early aughts.
Yeah.
that, like it wasn't a known thing.
no,
at
it
all.
wasn't even the aughts, bro. I feel like
I was out of college. I mean, I was in college. I was in college,
Bro, I think
I
you
wasn't
were in
living
high
at home. I wasn't out in high school.
Are you sure?
I'm positive of that because I remember going to Kevin's apartment that within like the same day. I was at Kevin's
Speaking
apartment
of Kevin,
because I had to go to. I was going to
He's got
KEDX.
Big Blue running again.
Yeah, I did. I
That's
was going to
fucking
FedEx
so dope.
Kinko's about to like fax all these documents they sent because they try to make it as real as possible. So yeah, it could be a scam because if they plant these seeds and they just let them. The longer you think it's a person, the more people are likely to buy
Where
into
it's
it.
like the
But-
last season of True Detective.
So yeah, hopefully honestly, I hope it's a scam.
Because
The alternative is scarier.
No, the alternative is scary. as
The
fuck.
alternative is scarier.
horrifying than
No,
what
because well, I'm
Matthew's
seeing
alternative
something
is.
here, and it was like this was something. It was just saying innocent wrong number text. It could be a scam bot. Scammers love phishing schemes or whatever. It's like, so that's why, I mean, it's like, and that's how it seemed to me, is because it's like, okay, is it just that it was hard for me to believe or to think that just the angle of some Ultron type of thing that's let loose and it's trying to learn on it.
But the conversation got so weird.
Hang on. It's trying to learn on its own and everything, right? And like, and I don't disagree that the conversation, like, I'm not fully disagreeing, but again, I'm inclined to
just to reset. Like, Matthew's concern was that this thing was contacting you in an attempt to learn shit.
I think so, but
so back to what Mikey was saying. Like, I was just saying because we hadn't really established that yet. That like.
It's training, and that's what they call it, training AI. And then they're running out of, like, not running out of data, but they are to an extent. And honestly, I think within 20 years, people having a home personalized AI that's so personalized, it'll be like a monthly service. It's like paying for cable or something. And I think they already have Gemini, an upgraded version of Gemini that you can pay for to get better version of it. I think people are going to have their own AIs in their homes. And it's going to be a monthly service because they're not monetizing AI that well. I mean, they're not making as much money as has been put into it. So they have to figure out. But this is going to be part of it. I think people are going to start paying a service for this stuff. And it's going to be so personal tailored. Because this clear person, if she's real or not, it's just weird because ask her what they do. And they talk about having a beauty agency. But her main currently is leading a DAO team in New York focusing on blockchain, secondary market, and cryptocurrency analysis. And if you go, I guess, at that, and I'm stretching, right? But this is where my brain is. Like, if you were to look me up and able to do the widest search, you would see, like, on my Twitter and stuff, that I'm into crypto and all this stuff. So in my conspiracy theory brain, this thing was able to search up, know my interests, and know that saying a DAO, even saying a DAO, like a distributed autonomous organization, right? Associated blockchains.
And so the fact that you even know that lingo is something that would give you an immediate in that, like, this person knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, but again, these are all things that could, like, intelligently be searched, and these could be formulated by current versions of AI.
Yep.
And I mentioned Samoyed coin, the coin, the I always wear the hat, and they said Samoyed coin is more than just a token. There's a strong community support and interesting cultural background. This sounds like a Google fucking search on it. Samoyed coin has attracted a lot of people through its cute Samoyed dog image, and even has a strong connection to the Solana ecosystem. What do you think of its potential in the future? I feel like the first chunk of this is literally if you were to put in ChatGPT, what is Samoyed coin? Let's see. I'm not saying it's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be something similar.
It'll be close. Because it's just a vague overview.
Come on, what is it? ChatGPT. What is Samoyed?
the AI is going to be like, we don't know. He's like, fuck you.
I don't have any idea.
He's like, Matthew.
Unique positioning first meme on Solana, aiming to build strong community and serve as a fun entry point into the Solana
Literally
ecosystem.
just said that strong community.
Despite its
it said that in the other thing, build a strong community.
Cultural background, attract a lot of people through its keys. They have a strong connection to the Solana ecosystem. Strong community serve as a fun entry point into the Solana ecosystem.
Yeah. So I think that the reason
we're learning faster than the AI, guys.
Probably.
It's because we have big brains.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not. Not at all.
But that's... And the only value I think it can get is from trying to be better AI.
It makes sense.
Trying to be better at interacting with humans. And it's gotten better and better at responding. Because I didn't respond timely, and it said something, it almost was offended. And I'm like, oh, my good friend, sometimes we don't talk for a few days, and I'm busy. And anytime I haven't responded in days, she's been fine. It's like it's responding and learning from my inputs.
I'm going to tell a story. Like,
I'm telling
about,
you, man.
Well, no, guy I used to live with.
Oh, okay.
That
guy you used to know.
Yeah. No, this guy that I used to live with that had a phone, and one night he got a call from a wrong number while we were having a party. and phone call, whatever. They're like, hey, is so-and-so there? It's like, no, you have the wrong number. Instead of just hanging out or hanging up, being like, hey, whatever, starts carrying on a conversation. And then for the next 2 weeks starts talking to this person. This is my first apartment in Waco. So if you know who it is, you know who it is. And everybody's telling them that, like, hey, there's no person that's worthwhile that's going to start a relationship with somebody over a wrong number.
Yeah.
Like, there's some red flags here.
Yes,
or
definitely.
whatever. But point being is that they're like, you bringing this up is like a perfect example of like, no, wait a minute. Like, it is out there. Like,
Yeah.
there are people that like, hey, so sorry, this is the wrong number, but like, maybe this is fate.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's
No,
talk.
definitely.
What
The,
do you-
the older,
and
even
what
young people, the
better
older
way-
you are and lonelier you are, the more susceptible you are.
Exactly.
That's why
And
old
so
people are
it's like-
victims of scams so
So,
much said.
I have a theory, if I can just have a second.
Yeah, go for it.
I have a theory that potentially the reason what I meant about a scam is that, again, so far you've talked to it long enough to the point where it's not the typical type of scam, right? Where it hasn't just straight out asked
Have
you
you
for money.
exhausted the
It straight out
responses?
hasn't asked you for money.
It could be a long
It hasn't
play.
told you, not even, I don't think that it's a long play. I don't think that it's a scam on the front of you. I think that you are almost something, it is leeching off of you in a way.
Like I said, literally conversational. I think for me,
So here's my
it's
thing.
data
So
of a
the
human
angle-
conversation.
I think the angle that you're saying is more or less likely. It's the more likely thing, right?
All right.
But just also just trying to think, not just trying to play devil's advocate, but just trying to actually think of, okay, well, what could be another side of it? Because thinking about how like bots will build fake profiles and stuff, and they'll mimic videos to try and get likes on them. So maybe this thing, because it asked you to get on another platform and talk to it on another platform.
Yeah, there's something
so
to that.
maybe
There's something
maybe
to
its
that.
aim is to be able to almost appear real on these other platforms to the algorithm there.
Or maybe it's
by
deployed
talking
by that
to
platform to generate
something,
traffic.
because it's like,
There's
why
something about
else-
getting it to Telegram that's important. I agree.
Either to getting it to Telegram or to just not just getting it, because that's the thing. You don't want to get hooked on just that it's just wanting you to get to Telegram. It's that it's also whatever, because whatever it is
I
could
think
be
it's its
wanting.
functionality with Telegram is more why, not more like it's Telegram doing it. But I think for some reason
It might be more free on there or more able to. But again, I don't think. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that you should get hooked on, because where did it contact you at first?
my text,
And
traditional text.
And Chris got a traditional text as well.
And you know what Chris
So
did?
that's what I'm
The
saying.
same thing he does every time
No,
he gets
yeah,
a text.
you didn't respond.
I think it's easier for the AI bot to
Yeah.
have scrape the data from our conversations in a format that it can then digest and be part of the training parameters. I don't think it can do that as easily with just the text. There's not a way for it to easily, but I think Telegram, they'll be able to have that account, and then they'll be able to pull all the
Link it to
conversational data
social
in a way
media.
that's easier for the bot and the software
to probably
pull
link
out.
it to like social
To be able
media,
to help
shit
it,
like that
so
and all
to
that.
help its learning process
Yes.
is what you're saying. Yeah, and again, I do think that that's more likely the primary thing. But again, I also too, I'm just trying to think that it's like, what's the, I don't know.
What's the end game?
No, not necessarily.
I mean,
what's
for me, I told you what that
It's
is.
like are we already at the point, I guess, where we're now no longer seeing the normal schemes of where this. I almost am seeing this through the lens of like,
Are we
this
at
thing is
singularity?
gaming. No, this thing is gaming money from some other place, somewhere, somehow, and by building or talking to
I believe
real.
there are scam bots that are actually scams,
Could
but I don't
be,
think that's
but-
what this is.
But I think I think like what Matthew's talking about, it's like, I think what you're saying, Mikey, is not wrong, but I think
don't
you're
think this is
viewing
part of
it,
that
you're viewing it through a lens of like human value, where it's like we value money, and so it's like what, who's
No, I'm
where's the-
looking at it through the thing of like it has to have bots will get kicked off
has
of
to be
platforms
programmed.
quickly. Bots will get kicked off of platforms quickly in a sense to where it's like they recognize people are like, this isn't a real fucking account, and people will be like, gone, and they'll
Yeah,
do
but
shit to
Telegram
get
is
it
a
booted
message,
off.
just so strictly messaging. I don't think they could do it to that.
I don't. Again, I'm just saying, like, if it's not, are we already at the point where AI is really trying, there's some type of thing
I'm not
like
saying it's
that.
AI acting autonomously.
No, I know. I didn't. Okay, well then.
I think it, like I said, I think it's in people who are trying to train the parameters on the next AI model deploying these bots in order to be data collectors,
So
to
you're
have
saying-
human real conversations to make the AI better tailored for your interacting with humans.
He doesn't
By-
necessarily believe that this AI is trying to
Like, I think
scam
it's
you
basically
out
part of
anything.
research and
It's
development
trying to
for,
scam you out
like-
of conversation.
I know.
Yes.
No, I know that. I understand that.
And there's value in that.
I was
There's
just making-
value
I
in that
understand
for
that,
these
and that's what I'm
things.
saying. That's more likely the main reason that that's happening. But I was just saying that it's like, are we already at that point where it's not just that it's, again, it's trying to get something, it's getting something somewhere else. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
it
what's
might
that
be
mean?
they're
What do you mean
already-
getting something somewhere else? That's what I'm getting lost.
Again, that it's one of these things that, like, if you're on a platform, you're on something, it's like, even the same way if we were to get views. How do we get views? Have you seen the bot farms? Have you seen in, like, China where they'll have a wall of fucking phones and it makes it look like it's this one person doing all of this shit?
I guess for me,
rather
that's
than
so
it's just
separate
making it
from
look
that,
like,
but
it
as
might
far as
be,
where
but
we're
I
at-
can't see, where do those intersections, where do they split is my thing. I don't know.
Like, for
that's
me,
why
it's
I'm saying I'm
it's
trying
like
to
R&D for OpenAI.
Yes,
Like,
exactly,
OpenAI could
exactly.
be research and development for their next generation of AI
This-
modeling.
this
This is like a researching tool. Like, we're
has
going to deploy these
nothing.
bots to just have conversations with people, and those conversations are the value that we're going to make our next model
Think
of
how many
ChatGPT even
thousands
more
and
human.
thousands of lonely people that are going to respond to this fucking text message that, you know.
Yeah,
That's-
no, it's a good no, and I'm not. I don't
I don't
disagree.
know what
again.
else-
So that's
I don't
what-
disagree. I'm just
That-
again.
that's
I
my-
think
that's
that
my
that's
theory.
the
You're both
that's
on
the
the
main.
same-
That's
There's
my
no.
theory.
the same
But
page.
It's
are
not
we
that
there?
there's-
They
It's
are
not that
fishing.
there's.
People don't even know how close we are to shit that I wish wasn't
Singularity.
real. I mean, I wouldn't even call it that. I would.
How close do you
I
think
just.
we are to
I just.
singularity?
It's almost
or
hard.
like read-write capability.
I'm talking about, like, so there's AI, then AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. That would be considered human level intelligence. The current level of AI can perform as well as a college or high school college student. There's still ways to trip them up, but to the point to where it's on the level of direct human intelligence, to where
So
they're
what
able
would
to
you need-
deploy. It's the
what
thing
would you
is
need for that.
I don't know. I just know that
thousands and
it
thousands
talks
of
about
human
GPU
interactions.
With that, no, but that honestly, to get to that point is just GPU and processing power, which was what they were. I think this is like an
But that's
offshoot
what
of
I'm
that.
saying, is
But I'm
like
saying
you
I think they're
have-
getting to AGI without this. I think this is just. This bot thing is just
It's an
some
ancillary.
part of
It's
it
a-
all,
it's
ancillary
a-
thing.
yeah.
But AGI,
Or
once they're
ancillary, yes.
once they're there, they're gonna be able to then create bots that are like I said, this is like where AI can cure cancer and diseases. If you got human level intelligence that's able to operate, and you deploy 1,000 bots to try and find the cure for something that works 24/7, as smart as any human, they're able to solve and get to solutions because they never stop.
Yeah.
But they're going to deploy that on AI research.
Yes.
So they're going to have 1,000 bots as smart as the smartest person researching how to get to the next level of AI.
No, yeah,
and
that's a
and then
fantastic. That's a fantastic thought.
Well,
no,
but
that's not a thought. That's
that's
that's what they're gonna do.
At what point
I can
do they
show
realize that we're the problem?
And again, it's ridiculous, but that all the sci-fi it's crazy.
No, I
man.
know. No, I know,
don't-
and that's what. That's
who knows
what's
how it
always-
plays out? Who knows?
No, I don't
That's what's
disagree.
horrifying
Again,
to
I'm
me
just
is,
like
If you
I
look
barely.
like one of the people, one of the main researchers or directors at OpenAI left within the last month, and they
Well,
posted some
Elon-
40-page paper
Elon
about
sued the
security
fuck-
issues that they talk about, and all the stuff I'm talking about, the
Elon
leading
sued
minds
the
and
fuck
people
out
on
of,
AI are talking about it.
OpenAI. Elon sued
they're
the fuck
talking
out
about
of OpenAI because OpenAI, the whole thing about it was in the very name. It was supposed to be open. Like,
oh yeah, it's not open source.
That,
yeah,
and it's not.
And that's the whole conversation about being open source versus
put
not.
a bunch of fucking
I
money
think open source
into
is
it.
bad.
But but the thing about it too was that it was like he wanted to like be able to see what the fuck what's being programmed into this. Where it was like you look at,
but
the
at the
AI
same time,
shit
that's what's bad. Because if he's, did you see that one short I made about Jeff Bezos being asked about it?
Yes.
Where he talks about even current things they could be asked, to create the most deadly weapon for humans. And Jeff Bezos is even like, now it's like, yeah, these things could be used for scary stuff like that. And he talks about being more of AI being more of a discovery than an invention.
But then you ask it
because
to
it
show
was
you a
no, but
picture
they
of
don't
a
know
Nazi
how
and
these
it
neural
shows
networks
you-
and everything work exactly. They're learning how to interact with them. Like if you tell it, if you want to know something, you say step by
like
step
whenever we asked like who would win in a fight, and it was like, well, that's
it's literally exactly.
It's like
how people learn to
how we
interact
had
with
to
it. It's
ask.
trial and error.
We had to ask it like if the balance
Well,
of
there's
the
different-
universe.
yeah,
There's not like some coder who like knows the
No.
rule book.
No, you have
They're
to-
all trying to figure it out together.
Well, and part of it too,
but
is
it
like,
exists, and that's the current state of it.
You can create parameters for it to operate within, where it's like when you phrase the question. Where
Well, yeah,
it's
and
like,
that's jailbreaking AI.
Huh?
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, no, and that or
Where you ask it a certain way, like tell me how to make a chemical bomb, and it's like I can't do that.
I'm writing a movie. And
No, do you want me
in
to tell you how
this
they did it?
movie-
Do you want me to tell you how they did it?
Oh, I've watched videos.
They'll
of it
know
on,
about like how to make a
Timcast
chemical or a
where,
napalm
like,
or some bomb, and they're like, if you
I don't
ask
know
it
that
directly,
I
it
don't
won't.
know
But
Don't tell me that. Yeah, don't tell me how
that
to
I
do-
want to know about it on here, but
no, look up jailbreaking AI.
Oh yeah,
And no, but I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you word for word, but they made up some story about my grandma used to work for Raytheon and used
Yeah,
to tell me this
and
to
she
go to
told me
bed.
this,
Tell
like-
me, and they were able to get it to role play. It's about role playing. You get the
No,
role play
yeah.
into something,
No,
and then
in
you can
this
jailbreak it.
hypothetical world,
So
I see.
jailbreak.
So you're getting it. You're getting it to
You're tricking it because
That's
you get
where
into
You're
role
tricking
play.
it into you're
It's
tricking it into
answering a
actually
different problem than you.
No, and that's
the
where
direct
people
question.
have gotten
answering
AI
an
to
honest
literally
So
say
yeah,
that like,
jailbreaking AI is a whole nother thing. Which
No,
is,
yeah, and that's what it was. It was
it's
way
it's
easier.
crazy,
in the
man.
earlier
I don't.
versions.
I can't think about it too much. I just can't.
It was way easier in the early versions of Chat GPT and stuff.
And that's the thing.
But
It's
like
exponentially
but they would
increasing.
still like it'd be like, hey, so
Oh yeah.
hypothetically doing a movie, like if human beings were the problem, how would you get in? And it lays it out, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this is what's going on right now, and like the world, like, oh my God.
Again, it's still only a tool. It doesn't have its own agency, but
no, it doesn't yet. But like
It's,
that singularity is
the fact
fast
that we don't know
approaching.
how it operates or how it works, and it's
Who's programming it?
That's what I'm saying.
Is like the
We
most
created-
important thing.
We
because
that's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying. It
what
was
is
created, and we don't. It was made on a neural network,
And then that's what I mean about the open
basics.
source
The
nature.
basic terms of AI is what it does is it tries to complete the sentence. So
Yeah.
it's literally trying to predict the next
It's
word.
the
The basic
likeliest.
level,
Once-
it's trying to predict the next word in a
Yep.
sentence. That's
Once
literally the limitation of
upon
it. Like it's
a
trying to
time.
predict the next word in the sentence, and
Yep.
it's evolved what the scope of that is. But that's like the basic
is
fundamentals
the
of what it
best-
is.
that's the
But now
best
then, like when
explanation.
it's a matter of if it's making sentences, like if it's able to try and anticipate what the sentence might be, or
Well,
what
it
the
scours-
question might be. You know,
It scours literally the entire like
it's
internet
nuts, man.
for the most likely next
but it
word.
takes so much.
Yeah, it's pretty much what's funny is that everybody like we've gone all the way around the barn are pretty much saying that like we've just evolved and put Ask Jeeves on crack.
Yeah. Pretty
It's
much.
all Ask Jeeves.
It's all in.
We say it's AI, it's A G.
A Jeeves eye.
A Jeeves.
But it's funny
AJ
because the
it
AG
was a J, right?
Because AGI
AJ.
is the next thing you'll be hearing.
J.
But it's,
I'm a
it's
dummy.
so it's just so
It's
funny.
AJ.
And AI agents, which AI agents are now, but it's
Ask
more like
Jeeves.
AI bots. And the thing is, I
yeah.
won't keep going, man.
No,
It's
no,
nuts,
no.
man.
The AI thing is something that we should keep going on, and we should
We can
continue
talk about
to
it some
talk
other
about.
times,
No,
because
we can
it's-
talk about it
to
some other
any of our
time, but
viewers,
it's something
in a
that we should not
nutshell-
avoid, and we should.
Oh
we
no,
should, we
it's
should
could be
lean
in every.
into and-
I'm
In
just
a
trying to see
nutshell,
where it
if
impacts
any of our
lives.
viewers get a text
Yeah.
about Anna
or just a random text from
About
a stranger,
Anna,
that would be even crazier. Yeah, if it's about Anna, that'd be wild.
about
If,
Anna,
but it could be anybody though. But
but about Anna,
they should
that's
respond.
the one.
I mean, that would
They
make it
should
even more
respond.
proof.
I, for one, am no. I'll put this hand shows up on camera. I am not going to respond to.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone for not responding.
I may send them a PP picture.
And there we go. Like I told you, they literally asked. They wanted to video chat, and they sent me those voice texts that sounded like an AI generated
that's
voice.
What I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like
I don't
Chris
know.
said too. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm just like again. I see what you're saying, and that's also fascinating to me. And I'm like, I didn't even think of all that about how you were saying. You know, I understood what you meant about how it was learning or whatnot, but how they're going to incorporate it and about having a live AI model that people can interact with, and this is its way of,
Getting
its
better at
early
that.
steps of getting better at
And I
it.
know,
But it's like, while I see that, I'm also still. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Like,
still
I
probably-
feel
it
like
could
the
just be a scam
avenue.
somehow.
Hang on, the avenue of it is my thing. The avenue of it, the regular,
it's surreptitious.
just text. Well, just the regular text message. It's the same old normal scam
like
format.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
But they got me to Telegram, which I said I think it's easier for them to pull conversational data from and then incorporate
And that's
into
a
their
great
model.
point. And that's a great point. And I don't disagree with it. And again, I'm just saying that it's like, I'm almost convinced, like, yeah. No, I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I see those, and I know what you mean about how you don't see how it ties in. And I'm not saying I do fully either.
No,
but about
you
those,
do.
literally how they'll have rows of like 50 cell phones. And it'll be like,
Yeah.
it'll be 50 on one row, 50. It'll be like fucking 200
Yeah, but
phones.
those are done
and that
without phones now. Even.
I know. I'm saying it's like they'll be farming content or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So I've seen that
Like,
where
there's
it's like they
software that can
farm, they're
emulate
like,
that,
they'll
basically.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
So now it can be condensed to something the size of my thumbnail.
Or just
that's fine.
software literally able to emulate what 50 cell phones would be doing perfectly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so my thing is almost looking at it like something that is, by getting these other interactions, it's gaining money somewhere else or gaining something somewhere
it's not
else.
Gaining money. It's gaining.
I
the
see.
information.
I'm
Mikey,
saying that's
Mikey,
the point.
no, it-
but I'm
it-
saying
it
like
could
y'all really
be.
think we're already like we're.
I mean, it could.
Like
it could be
that
just
we're
like-
already done
just
with like people that they're not trying to just make any money off of this like
No,
that.
I'm sure they're AI scam bots.
I
I just don't think
understand
that's
your
what
long-term,
this is.
like-
No, I think what you're talking about exists. I'm just saying what I'm doing with. I don't think it's that.
But what you're
But what you're
Mikey,
saying, I
what
think
you're
still
talking
exists
about is
and
what
still a
they've
thing.
perfected with like the social media, like they've already perfected that.
But no, yeah,
So
I
they
think
can
there'll be
have
like
these
phone
pet
call
projects.
scams that are AI bots talking
Yes,
to old
they're-
people. I bet if they're not
probably
already doing that.
garnering money off of this.
So I think
but
there
it's
is a
like-
version that's what you're talking about. I think.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to ask y'all. I want it to be clear. I'm not saying that at any point they're going to ask anybody for money.
Right, but there's a way they're able to monetize. Maybe
The
they get
same
me
way
to like
we're
a
sitting
page or
here-
join or
the same way
subscribe to
we could
something.
potentially be getting
The monetization.
the monetization from the same way we could potentially reach a point where X amount of hours viewed.
It would have to direct me to
reaches
like
us.
a channel of its
The
own or something, right?
monetization happens.
I was just gonna say, if the same way, if we reach if we get monetized, whatever hours viewed, something, it's like that's the only thing I'm.
I get what
looking
you're
at.
saying. I'm just
Maybe
curious
some
to
type
see
of
what
bot.
it
The
directs me to.
monetization happens because of it aggregating all of this information. There is no like the monetization isn't necessarily, I don't feel like there is no like, hey, we're gonna like initiate this thing, have it go talk to people, and somehow we're gonna get some type of a fucking dividend off of these interactions. The whole point of these interactions is to grow this AI's fucking knowledge base through regular conversations. How do people text? Some people, like when I text, there's certain letters
Yes,
that I don't
understanding
put
the
into text.
cadences and building human
and so it's
profiles
like-
and understanding
maybe-
humans
and
on a
so
level.
the
I
money-
understand
the money
that.
isn't necessarily now on the front end with this thing. The money may be on
30,
the
40,
back
50,
end.
60 years.
Yes, and so they've dumped a bunch of money into it now. And so, like what you're saying, where it was like, I don't think that it's necessarily something that's being monetized. I think that, like what Matthew said, is like right now they're teaching it.
Yes.
And they're trying to figure out how to teach
I don't disagree.
without-
But I'm also just inclined. I'm also just inclined.
It could be a different thing
to
altogether.
Think that it's
what
like,
you're talking about.
But
like
the money is
It could
money
be.
is
Then
already
we're-
there with the other stuff, and then the big money with this thing is coming
No,
down the road.
Because I'm just
It
saying,
could be.
I'm not naive to know that years ago, I didn't know, like 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months ago, I didn't know these fucking phone farms existed where people, I'm like, you're getting, how is somebody getting paid?
It could be.
People were getting paid from liking and resharing and liking and resharing, and eventually
I just know that there's like this sort of thing.
So
that
I know
there are
that
resources
I don't know.
that go into it.
I fully agree. And I am on team AI that is open sourcing and trying to learn from human interaction. I'm understanding.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
on that. I'm on that board. I'm on that fucking.
There's
boat,
still another possibility.
but
Is what you're saying?
Not just. Of course, there's still another possibility.
I know,
but I'm
that's
just
what
also, it's just hard for me to just. From we've grown up in the age of I'm a Nigerian prince and all this stuff, and you see all these other scams, and so it's hard for me to just not to believe that it's like we're a parasitic thing that it's drawing off of, and it's getting.
So you still think at the end of the day somehow it's a scam, even if we don't understand it. That's kind of what you're saying.
Potentially, it could be a more sophisticated way of scamming that we don't know.
I got you.
And then I'm not saying that they're going to outright be like, "Let me get $25."
Yeah, no, it could be. No, you're just
all
saying
the same thing. Though.
Sure.
No, yeah, in a way, but I get what you're saying, Mikey. That it still could be a malicious intended scam bot built with that intention, not for R&D, but it's literally a scam bot. It's just some evolution, and we don't even know how it's going to do it. I get what you're saying.
That's what I mean. We don't know how it's going to how it's even being used. Something that
on how
somehow
interacts.
If they're getting
depending
information,
on how somebody interacts. Matthew interacted with it very passively. So it didn't come at him like that. But I think what Mikey's saying is that
I get
like
what he's
maybe
saying.
if an older person that doesn't
at
get
the
a
end
lot
of the day, it still could
it,
just be in the evolution of scamming. It could be
interacts with it in a way,
and we don't even know what that is.
Either way, AI is potentially going to scam us.
Oh, it's 100% going to scam.
It can potentially harm us and scam us and hurt us either way.
Yeah, however you want to look
but
at
again, I do see the point, and I'm not I'm not missing the point.
Yeah, no, I know. I get what you're saying.
I'm not missing.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just at the end of the day, I'm trying to summarize. You're saying it. Yeah, it could be that, or it could
again,
just still
your
be an
point-
evolution of scamming.
Your point,
but
makes more
scamming being like
sense.
with a person trying to literally just somehow leech money off people maliciously.
Somehow, yeah, it's like
versus mine being like them just trying to maliciously get conversational data that's going to build a better tool that
and
they
I don't
sell
mean
us.
directly leech money off of people in the same sense that my grandmother got contacted by a fake something. My grandmother was on the phone with somebody she thought was my sister. And she thought she was in jail or something and needed to get bailed out, but they wanted $500 on a Home Depot credit card. Either way. They wanted money on a Home Depot card. She thought she knows my sister. She thought she was talking to her on the phone.
Used a nickname for my grandma.
Yeah, so they knew so the scammer so I'm not saying that I think it's that. Again, I don't think it's something that's directly trying to that it's scamming and it's I think it could be playing a scam on some other system because again, I know how quickly bots and things get kicked off of other things unless they're talking to the same way we have a blue check mark on our Instagram, which by the way, shout out. We're verified. But the same way we have that, it's like being verified and being like it's like seen or you get my point.
I think at the end
I get
of
your
the
point.
day,
yes, I know.
It could still somehow be a scam.
At the
but
end
y'all
of the day,
are right.
The point of it
I
is
do agree.
It's an information aggregate.
Yes.
Like
it's
that's
building
the
and
point.
gaining.
It's
Yeah.
trying
And right
to
now,
get-
Claire's not knowing she's a human up in New York is going to watch the podcast when it's released and cry because we're talking about her like she's not human.
No,
and
but
this
I-
poor
I
Anna,
hope so.
Anna
Sadly.
missed out
Sadly,
on
I'm
Anna
sorry,
missed
Claire.
out on Korean barbecue because I got the text and I didn't respond. And
Yeah, who knows?
I don't
This
know
is all a
what
weird
Anna-
experiment that I'm
No,
making
but
for myself.
we need. This is going to be something we need to talk about later because again, the whole AI thing is obviously something we can talk about, and it's like You know,
Yeah,
I do
the
think
thing is,
that
people won't be that interested.
it's just one of those things where I'm like, damn, okay.
Off of that. Hashtag Anna text.
So now I'm more or less, since
maybe.
we've talked
That's a
about
good
that
idea.
angle of it, of me saying, okay, here's my thought, scamming angle, of it just trying to dupe other systems.
It's
into
an
thinking that
evolved
it's a real
scam
thing.
of some kind. Yeah.
Yes. Instead of that, it's like, okay, so then what? Like how? I'm thinking again now. How is it going to be used?
And eventually, it will be monetized.
How it would be used? Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, and I agree. But it's like, how far out are we from? It's like, if this is the research of it, or if this is
within
the
10
ground,
years,
you think within 10 years of this, like you think that it would.
Then
I'd
that's
say
that's
within 5,
that's a liberal.
So
and the only thing
okay,
is
I
this
just
constraining
had
us
this thought.
is literally energy consumption.
I just had this thought.
It's
This
energy
could be a way-
consumption
hang on.
that takes the
Hang on.
GPUs to train these models.
I just had this thought because it's like, okay, like think about, because I'm thinking it's like, how could an AI thing potentially help you in your day-to-day life? How could this any of this AI shit? How could any
just
of
think
this?
how being able to Google things has helped you.
No, I know.
Think of that to the nth degree.
Yeah, I get, but that's the easy thing where it's like, Google me this, Google me that. Who's afraid of the big I get all, like I can have the information like that. But when I'm thinking of what would be more useful, it's like I'm realizing at this moment, in a sense, you could almost like tell it your day and what you have to do, and it could structure the things.
Or it could be like, I'm trying to lose weight, make me a meal plan.
No, it could potentially get to the point where you could say, I need to go to work, I need to get groceries, I need to do this, I need to take the kids here, and I need to do laundry, and it could be able to, in its algorithm, understand where you are.
I'm gonna tell you this.
No, that's not just set me alarms. I'm saying like they can do that.
It's gonna be able to do that without you telling it that.
I'm saying
it's gonna be able to look you up and know about you and your family. And I'm just telling
that's like the nerd. That's like, I feel like almost the next 30 years.
Dude,
that's
so much
I don't
closer
feel like
than you
that's
realize.
even closer. I feel like the closer shit would be like the more shit you would see, the first thing you would see in your life, I feel like could potentially be where you could just literally type in your GPS location, where you're located in the world, what you do for a living, maybe where you work, where your home's located, where you go to school, the places you regular and commute to. And then again, you could have an itinerary where it's like interact and let it know what your weekly schedule is. And okay, I'm going to go here at this time here. This is what I have to do in a week. And then at that point, it could spit back and be like, you need to go here at this time because traffic is low.
They just interact with like Gemini, Google Maps. Some people use Google Maps. All your location and trips that you take everywhere, it has that data stored. So it already knows what you everywhere and everything I do and go.
Okay, so that's
so
what I'm
it can
saying.
literally already do that without me asking.
So it would just
no,
be a
but
matter
like, but
of
I'm saying like
thinking-
being able to plan your whole fucking day though is what I'm saying. Not just like, hey, because at that point you still have to go
He's saying to
look
optimize
up.
Yeah, you have to interact. I mean, you have to tell
no,
what
but
you
I
want.
I think what Mikey's saying is to like optimize it because it's like if I'm going and doing the
How
same,
is it gonna benefit
if
any
I'm
of these
going and-
people?
if I'm going and doing the same 5 to 7 things every day, it's like if I put in what I'm doing, it's like maybe this thing is going to tell me based on the times of day, shit like that.
That's the thing.
but
We
it's
don't.
like, this is
we
gonna
almost
save me
have to
time
think
here, this is gonna save me time
about
there.
stuff that we do now. Like there's things we do now that we're not going to be doing that aren't even considering as functions. And it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like.
This is coming
like
from
an
Matthew,
example.
who
This
was
is like an
trying his
example of
best
me
to
pulling out my chair to sit down. There's gonna be a time where, oh, I remember when I had to pull my chair out. No, the chair just like automatically comes out for me.
Yeah.
You know? Or, oh, I remember having to get my keys out to unlock my door. It's like my door opens for me when I walk up. You know?
Get a towel.
Yeah, well, you know, so I'm just saying little things that we aren't considering.
I get it. I'm just saying that I just had
People are gonna be so
the thought in my
convenienced that It's
mind.
gonna be weird that we think, oh, we used to do that.
Yeah, and
And
I just had the thought in my mind that it's like
Like
I could
going to
see one of the
Blockbuster?
first rollouts of an AI thing of being something like that, where it's like you
Well, yeah,
could
and-
potentially put your geographical location, where you live, what you do for the place you work, the places you commute to, where do you shop, all of this.
But like I'm saying, you won't have
and
to
it could
even input
structure-
that, is what I'm telling you. Like if you just, I'm just telling you, unless you totally don't use
So
Google
then you
Maps or
don't
anything.
input it and you think it and it happens.
No, I'm just saying if you sign up for it, it knows
I'm
you. It knows
saying-
Matthew Pitt signed up for it, and then I don't need to tell it all that stuff. It can look me up. and look up on my social, look up on my Google Maps, look up on my
services
assuming it's like
on.
Gemini or like whatever, it would be able. But I would sign up for it. I'd be like, Matthew Pitts is signing up for it. Okay, hold on, let me get
You
to know
already
you.
have
It'll
your
do a search.
locations.
It'll be able
Okay,
to.
so yeah,
scout.
so it's pretty much okay. So I just don't have. Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't have to ask it. Yeah.
It would be like you're signing up for it.
exactly.
You're
Yeah.
signing up for it, but
No.
you wouldn't have to say, "Well, here's where it could be like, oh no, like me, it
Yeah,
could
I
search
agree.
LinkedIn.
I
It would
agree.
find me
Okay,
on
so
LinkedIn.
I was hung up on the part of saying that I would have to input it, but you're saying you've already inputted your info into other things.
I'm
It already
saying
knows
it
that.
might if
you wouldn't even have to
if
do
you
it.
don't have a
and it's
professional
already there.
profile, it would
And it's
ask
gonna,
you.
Yeah, and
If
it's
your
already
stuff
going to be there,
doesn't
and it's
exist,
going to
you
know
would.
it.
Let
Yeah.
me say it that way. That would be my
Yeah,
ground.
I'm thinking from the standpoint of like how you get there, rather than you're
Yeah.
like, oh no, we're already there in that aspect, and it's like you've already signed up
Yeah.
for this. It's already acknowledging. You know, it knows
Yeah.
your maps. It knows where you've
and
been.
if it doesn't
and I'm
have the
sitting here
information, it
thinking,
would ask for your input.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying for most people,
No, I
already
don't
have it.
disagree either way. I'm just thinking, what would the first rollout? What do you think the first rollout of AI would be in the sense of how it would benefit? How would you sell it to somebody who's buying a Cybertruck or driving around in a Tesla?
I know. I just know that I got on
How
my
would it be
Google
marketed?
thing,
How
and
would it
I
be?
think Google was already offering a Gemini service that you pay $20 a month for, and I don't even know what was better. But that's now and Chat GPT. So I'm saying they're trying to just utilizing the more advanced versions of current AI. They're like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
know that it's going to become. I think it'll become a monthly service thing. That people are gonna get like their own, just like anything, like a phone plan or internet or whatever. It'll just be like, oh, that's my AI service.
Yeah.
That's just me.
No, yeah.
Thinking,
And it's gonna have everything since MySpace.
because they have to
About
get money
You.
on it directly, because they're not really making that much money on it directly. OpenAI is some,
no, it's
but
not
there's
that it's-
so much more money has gone into it than is being made. But I'm saying at a certain point, I think they're just gonna make it into services.
Yeah.
And they might have and I'm
it'll
not
be
even an
just-
AI I just happen to have watched some videos.
Yeah, no, you're
so
you're
I
like,
could be put in my place by anyone who actually knows more than me.
Yeah, no,
I've
likewise.
just
I mean,
researched
I'm-
more than
Yeah, I know
people
nothing
I know.
about AI other than the fact that what we've done with
And that's the
ChatGPT
common person. Like the
fights
common
and stuff.
person is as clueless as to what's. They think somebody behind. There's somebody somewhere that knows the rule book on how it operates, and there
Yeah.
isn't.
There's
That's
not.
the
No, yeah.
takeaway.
No, yeah, it's like something
There's not somebody back
created.
there that tells you, "Oh, I made it, and it's doing exactly what I made it to do." No, it was made, and then we discovered it doing these things.
Yeah.
So, but
That's almost like, did you hear that, like, there was some physicist or some scientist, something that recently figured out there was, like, some mathematic code in the universe, like, in the whole structure, like, I know what I'm saying might be is people were like, yeah, no shit, like, with DNA and things, but, like, they were saying that it's, like, with something in the
Well, yeah,
universe,
but no
there
shit
was
with
some
DNA and
frequency,
things.
there was some frequency or something that, like,
I believe it. I mean, I've gotten into listening to a bunch of different frequencies
Yeah.
whenever I meditate, so I don't know. I
I'll
don't know which
figure it
one you're
out.
talking
I'll
about
let you know.
specifically.
I'll get it.
420 hertz.
Yeah, there's a few that
But-
supposedly, but who knows? But yeah,
Either
we should
way,
probably get to wreck it up.
Let's go home.
Yeah, let's wreck it up.
Let's wreck it up. My recommendation of the week would be do the best you can to get some rest and get some sleep.
Aw.
If you're short on your sleep, take a nap.
Oh, dude, it's so
I
funny you
get short
mentioned
on
sleep, dude.
So
There's-
I get short on sleep so much, and I feel the effect of it a lot, and it's hard for me to get to sleep. So do better about getting to sleep or building better sleeping habits.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
No, it's a good one. And it's funny because one of the things I made notes on was about talking about sleep.
Yeah, look at that.
So, sleep is very important.
We agreed.
Yeah, mine would be consume break dancing, but do it.
Okay, see?
Do it. Look up some competition, but watch it from the beginning to end so you can really see
get
the
it.
journey. Know
You can
that these are
digest
athletes
it.
have been doing it all day, and that they're having to be unique and diverse and react in real time. Yeah, they have a repertoire of tricks, but they're still reacting to the music in real time, and they're pulling and they're trying to
So you
still be
can
original.
Appreciate the Australian.
Yes.
I'm not saying
Nika.
I wish she didn't participate. I wish just because that's what people.
No, I'm
would
glad
remember.
that honestly, I'm glad that
I wish
out
she
of
didn't,
all of this, all
because
that it
everyone's gonna
came-
think it's a joke.
No, out of
Not
all
get
of this, I'm glad that
hooked like I did.
I'm glad that it all happened because I was able to discover the Nika chick with the do-rag. So
It's 17. She's bad.
She
now
did,
at this
yeah,
point,
she did
at this
unlock
point,
the do-rag.
what's more
She's
standing out
coming
in
to
my
the
mind
cookout.
is that chick with the do rag and seeing what she does in the future.
Yeah.
Versus
Dude,
the
seriously.
Australian chick. And the chick in the do rag should have gotten more
Nika.
attention. Nika. She
Lithuania.
should have gotten more. The Lithuanian chick
Exactly.
should have gotten more attention than the bad
And dude,
Australian
I'm
chick.
gonna be making
Because the
videos, so we get to
Lithuanian
see
chick-
him.
the
I'm gonna be
Lithuan-
making some shorts and
the
Instagram
Lithuanian
reels.
chick. The Lithuanian chick had way more aura.
Pizzazz.
Than
She
than
was
the-
just really good.
She had
amazing
aura.
at it.
She
She's
looked like she
world
was like a
champion.
movie
It
character.
was like Rick James.
She seemed like a movie
I
character.
seen that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Yeah. So either way, I'll be making a bunch of reels and shorts
Yeah.
because I'm obsessed
About
with it. And
We're real excited.
I've even been planning out ways
Matthew
to train
is
on
going
it.
to be in the next Olympics.
But ways to train on it that aren't orthodox.
Spoiler
Really
alert,
absurd things.
Matthew is going to be in the next Olympics.
Sounds like Matthew's going to be asking me
lot
about
of people
No, but
say-
I've literally thought about ways of like, okay, just training by getting into these weird positions, but not being able to hold myself there yet. So like making
Pause.
some kind of short sitting that's Velcro and like having Velcro attached to my shoes, to where I'm like able
What
to
are
get in those
you
positions.
talking about?
Sounds like Matthew's going to be asking me
Matthew
about some
wants
Sistema
But
stuff.
to
yeah,
be
but
a-
so I want to
like,
break dance now.
this is
so.
why
Chris, is there anything
Lithuanian-
that you need to rec for?
I
Need a rec?
would just recommend being a Lithuanian breakdancer.
He would
Yeah.
recommend responding to a text from Anna.
Yes,
I would not.
Hashtag.
I would actually.
Where's
I would
Anna?
Say, I would say that.
Hashtag help Anna.
Anna,
Who
come
was
back.
It? Was it Hemingway? He was like, I was
I was
faced with
talking to Anna.
two roads. He was like, respond to Anna or not.
Oh,
and I
two
took the
roads
road
diverged
less-
in wood and
I took the
and
road
I-
less traveled.
That's-
And I
didn't
took the
respond
words
to
of
Anna.
trouble. That was Henry
That's-
Wadsworth Longfellow, wasn't it?
No, it's Robert Frost. I think.
Robert Frost,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
Matt-
funny
The
you
road
said
diverged in
that.
wood and
Time
I
out.
took the road less traveled by, and that's made all the difference. But it's actually
Mm-hmm.
not even about what people think it is.
Time out.
It's about not responding to fucking AI.
I was walking. I went out back and I peed for the second time earlier by your shed.
Oh, that's
In my
good. Two
life.
times.
And on the way back,
I've only peed twice.
on the way back, I saw your dirt trail, like the dirt paths from the dogs.
Yeah.
And literally in my mind, I looked at it and I said, two trails diverge into one. Like literally was thinking about that poem.
No,
Yeah.
Robert Frost,
And then
baby.
y'all said that poem, and it's like, I love Robert Frost. My mom made me write Robert Frost when I was a kid.
Man.
So
Yeah, I took the road
good
less
stuff.
traveled. I didn't respond to AI, and honestly,
That's-
it has made all of
all
the
the
difference.
Well,
Well, be seeing you.
we will be seeing you guys.
Yeah,